that representation. Brio, thank you for the galaxy. And I'm gonna do it all as professionals they do. Okay. So I've been talking to a lot of professionals in filmography and studio lighting and studio setting up, etc. And I figured out that one of those sets costs like $30,000 with the lighting, the cameras, the gear, the everything. So after doing my own independent research, I've been able to whittle it down. Thank you so much for the money gun, to about $7,000 to $10,000. So what I know so far is about $2,000 for the lighting, on the baseline. Then the carpentry for setting up the background of the studio. I need to build some cabinets, paint them as well. Then I need to get another camera, so I have two shots to kind of blend. And then of course, a new computer just to handle the cameras and whatnot. And that's about as cheap as I've been able to get it. And looking into like professional studio grade equipment and whatnot, it's so expensive. I just saw someone in the chat say don't spend 2K on lights. 2K for like the lighting setup is really cheap compared to like professional studio gear. Like I'm cutting corners. I'm cutting a lot of corners. Like instead of spending $2,000 on like a 300D aperture light, I'm spending 569 on their sister brand that makes the same light but with plastic. So all of the proceeds from this stream will all be going into building that studio. So I just want to let you all know that every single cent will be going towards building that studio, and that will all be on YouTube. Keep it simple. Well, basically the goal of a really good studio is to make it look simple, but there's just a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't even know about, right? Like that's the goal of a good studio. I hate to say it, but Candace Owens probably has the best setup studio out of like any political commentator with a daily show on the internet. And I absolutely hate her. I think she's so despicable, but her studio is just like the best ever. So I now want to build that same thing out on the left. So Dean could have the best studio ever. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, as soon as I get off the live today, we're gonna start ordering things in. Already got like a $2,000 shopping cart just for the lighting on Amazon, and it will all be going on YouTube, and it'll be live and pre-recorded. We're gonna be doing a lot, so let's go and get the next guest up in here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Alexa, but yeah, no, seriously. I mean, if you want to help out, the Venmo and the PayPal on the top of the screen in the bio as well, and I really appreciate you guys so much for all the love today. The future is mysterious and exciting and sad, all three things at the same time. It is both the end and the beginning of an era, and I'm so excited to see where everything goes. Christine, I appreciate you so much for the $80 donation on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Christine. Christine says, for your studio, go little brother, go. I'm so proud of how far you've come, and I can't wait to see how far you go. Well, Christine, it means the absolute world to me. I want to see at least 800 big W's for Christine and at least 500 big booms. Thank you so much for the love. Alexa, did you vote for Trump?
Dean, I don't know how I got up here, but I love you. Oh my God.
No worries, Alexa. I appreciate you so much for joining us. Guys, please do check if you're in that queue. Make sure that you voted for Trump if you are. And yo, Sam, with another $100 on Venmo. Oh my gosh. Sam says, stopping fascism, one video at a time. Good luck. Sam, thank you so much for the love. Everybody, 1,000 W's for Sam. That is SAMBODH. Thank you so much for the incredible level of love. You are so incredibly kind. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Raymond, what is going on, my man? Did you vote for Trump?
Hell yeah.
And why did you decide to do that?
Vote for Trump?
Yeah, the worst presidential candidate in your lifetime, and your mother's lifetime, and your father's lifetime. Yeah, why?
Nah, come on. Nah.
No, I mean that, I do. Why did you vote for him?
Because he's a fucking baller, dude. Look at him.
Okay, let me guess. 16?
20. Close.
No, the whole, he's just a baller dude. That's like something that a 16-year-old white boy with like no education on politics would say.
Well, I'm 20. You're also white, so.
Well, I know because that's how I was when I was like 14, 15, 16.
Well, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Yup, I am a white boy. Then that
That's what
was
you're
some shit I said when I was like young.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly my point. What year were you born in?
2004.
2004 to 20. Okay, all right. We'll trust it. Can you name one policy passed through Congress ever?
By Trump.
No, just by anyone ever.
Um. Wait. What did you say?
It's okay. I don't believe that you're 20, man. I apologize, Raymond. Hey, man, keep engaged with it live. Stick around, even if it pisses you off. Maybe you'll come out on the other side a little bit better. There's still potential for you. You're young, man. I get it. I was the same way. Hannah, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo for the studio fun. Thank you so much for the love, Hannah. And it says, keep cooking, Dean. I will continue to cook, Hannah. I want to see at least 500 big W's for Hannah in that chat. Thank you so much for the love. Oh my gosh. And as well as Kylie, thank you for the $10 on Venmo for the studio. Thank you, Kylie, Hannah, and everybody. You guys are being so incredibly kind today. Let's get that next guest up in the live. Here we go, y'all. Might as well not waste time. Here we go, guys. Let's try to get up to 1 million likes, by the way. For the 4,000 people in here, everybody start double tapping. I bet that we will finally start to get this stream to push out. Let's go, y'all. Rena, what's up? You vote for Trump?
Yeah, we talked the other day.
We did talk the other day. That's right. Only talked to individuals once. Naomi, you vote for Trump?
No, but I'm just concerned about you inviting people to the mall and getting shot. You've done that multiple times, and I'm just, as an older sister, I'm concerned.
Well, Naomi, I appreciate you for your concern. I should probably stop doing that. But I just call her bluff. You know what, Naomi? I'll take that. That's right. Yo, Got, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, but are you going to be debating on any other platform?
Yeah. So, I mean, after the TikTok ban, I'll be on X, Instagram, and YouTube. And the main source for content, once I build out the studio, which could be a week or two, is all going to be on YouTube. So that's where I'll be. I appreciate you for the question. Good question, man. Yeah, as I already said, building out a whole studio. It's so exciting. It's going to be so cool. M&O, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? All right, guess not. Guys, please, if you're in that queue, just make sure you voted for Trump. Spam MAGA double O in that chat as well. Denise, thank you for the $20 donation on Venmo. Silver Fairy Princess, thank you so much, Silver Fairy Princess. Everybody, please show some love to Silver Fairy Princess double O in that chat for the $20 donation. That is so incredibly kind of you. As well as Ashani, thank you so much for the $4 on PayPal. So incredibly kind. And I'll read your message right now. I just got to load up PayPal. What's up, Harry? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Why'd you do that?
I mean, why not? What good has Biden done?
Sure. I think that the infrastructure bill is pretty good. Chips and Science Act, PACT Act, all pretty good things. As well as like the economic policy that Kamala Harris had proposed, pretty good.
Economic? Why was stuff so expensive? Why was stuff so damn expensive?
Yeah, because of the pandemic, and it wasn't just it didn't make things more expensive in America alone. Pretty much caused inflation in every country on Earth. However, it is the case that the U.S. recovered the quickest from it out of any other country in the G7 because of the gallant, strong leadership of the Biden-Harris administration, buddy. But you obviously reject that. You think they caused it. So how did the Biden-Harris administration cause inflation?
I mean, like look at the housing crisis. Like houses are so high right now. How is it not their fault? I don't get it. If Trump had everything so cheap and then they came in and they made everything so damn expensive. That don't make sense.
You didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question. You just pointed out another issue. But about the housing crisis, what was Trump's housing affordability policy?
I don't know. He just made them cheap.
How?
I don't know how he did it, but he was president and it was cheap, so
I'm gonna ask you a very genuine question, and I don't mean this to be rude or belittling. What do you think your IQ is? And I mean that seriously, like actual question. What do you think your IQ is?
Higher than yours.
So like, what do you think it is? Give me a number.
I think it's pretty high, maybe like 40.
All right. Wow. We're just going to go and read off Ashani's message real quick. Ashani, once again, thank you for the $4 on PayPal. Ashani says, hey, Dean, when it comes to studio fund, is there anything super big that you have your heart set on? I can hopefully contribute a decent amount to that. Well, first of all, Ashani, that is so incredibly kind of you. I don't want you by any means to feel like pressure or obligated. But I do really appreciate the sentiment of your message, and I seriously, I can't express how seriously kind that is of you. Thank you so much for the love. Well, I mean, it's it's a whole deal. So we got to build out the lighting, the background, get a computer. I mean, capture cards, a shit ton of equipment. I mean, like for instance, like the lighting alone is gonna total up to about $2,000. But I just want to be transparent with all that. You do what you want with that, and I appreciate you for your kindness. Anyways, you said that your IQ was 40. How many continents are there?
I think like 6 or 7. I think 7.
Yeah, hop out of here. Bella, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo. Get that studio to keep up the great work. I love everything that you do. Thank you for the bottom of all of our young, angry Democrat hearts for making a true difference. Bella, that's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for the love, Bella. Everybody show some love to Bella, as well as Marcella. Thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Saying TikTok Live, keep up the amazing work, friend. Thank you so much for the love. And Ivana, thank you for the $5 on PayPal. Hello, Stephanie, did you vote for Chomp?
Obviously.
Obviously?
I'm joking, I'm British, bye.
All right, yeah, go sip a cup of tea. Go sip a cup of tea. All right, go sip a cup of tea. That's right. Why do they have Paw Patrol repos? Crazy. Harry, hello, did you vote for Trump? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. There you go. Beautiful. Moving on. Here we go. Hey, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Trump? Banned! You're banned! Okay, I don't want to start having to sacrifice innocent people again. Alright? Alright, motherfuckers, we're getting there. We're getting to a point. What's up? You vote for Trump?
I love you, D. Cue it up.
Hey, man, I love you. I love you too. However, I am going to sacrifice 5 individuals.
No!
In your name. You have the blood of 5 innocent individuals on your hand.
Oh no!
You're gonna watch it happen right in front of your face. You see Lexi down there that said no, not the sacrificing. Lexi's gonna get sacrificed because of you. Lexi is going to get sacrificed because of you, eh?
Oh my god!
Bam!
No.
You see Jenna down there, Jenna with a heart in her name.
Yeah.
Jenna's gonna get sacrificed because of you. Banned! So Jenna and Lexi are gone. Okay, all right. You see, you see Kiki with a germ emoji in her name?
Yes.
She's banned because
I love you so much, D.
no one got banned, by the way. I just want to put it out there. That was a joke. That guy's giving funny ass reactions. So that was funny. That was good. All right, we're gonna move on to our next guest. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go see what our next guest does have to say. We got Moonlight loading up into the live. Here we go. Sid, thank you so much for the $15 donation on.
I love you, Dean.
Get the fuck out of here.
I love you.
Thank you so much, Sid. Sid says, "Can you stay on until get banned? Till it gets banned, so we get a final banned for your mental health." Wow, that's a good idea. Yeah, imagine I stay on until like the moment it gets banned, and in like the last second, I just say, "You're all banned." That'd be pretty good. Elena, thank you so much for the $25 on PayPal saying, "Hey, Dean, big fan of the content." Elena, I really appreciate you for that love. Everybody, please show some love to Elena down below in that chat. That is so incredibly kind of you, as well as Jeanette. Thank you for the $10 on PayPal. I appreciate you so much, Jeanette. Thank you, saying that the world needs more young people like you doing what you're doing. Keep going. I appreciate that, Jeanette. By the way, guys, do you guys know what time it's supposed to go down tonight? And Braylon, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, y'all motherfuckers suck, bro. Spam MAGA down below in that chat if you voted for Trump. Let me just get you up here real quick and easy. Come on. Let me get you up in here real quick and easy. 8:30 EST? Wait, no way. Bro, what? Why is it going down at 8:30 EST? So that's like in 4 hours. Why the fuck would it do that? I'm so sorry. That's really stupid. Who made that decision? There's no way. I mean, I guess let's just go and move on to the next guest. Go ahead and continue to spam MAGA. I guess we only have like a handful more hours. I was thinking that we'd be on all day. God, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
No, but I need you to debate Hassan Piker, and I love you.
Debate him on what?
He is like a left-wing tanky, and I just think it's like he always says that you guys are bad and you guys are paid by the DNC and stuff like that.
No, he doesn't. No, I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't say that.
Well, I feel like that's his sentiment on a lot of things. Plus, I've seen a lot of videos today hating on you guys, saying that you're paid by the DNC.
He said that he likes me and he invited me on a stream.
He did?
Yeah.
When was that?
2 days ago?
Did you go on?
No, he invited me on and I was like, okay, yeah, I could come out to LA whenever. And then he was like,
Oh, I thought I was under the conception that you guys hated each other.
no, bro, we're chill. I mean, I'm kind of chill with like a lot of people in this space. Yeah, what's up, Fauci? Did you vote for Trump?
President Trump, if you see this, please save us.
Fuck out of here, bro. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Yo, Kalana, thank you so much for the $50 donation on Venmo. Saying donation for your YouTube studio. You deserve every penny. Thank you for all that you do. You, Parker, and Harry have done. Keep going. Well, Kalana, thank you so much for the love. That's so incredibly kind of you. Everybody, please show some love to Kalana. That is Kalana in that chat right now for the $50 donation. Let's get at least 500 W's. Thank you so much for the love. By the way, you guys have like already helping me like literally so much today. You guys are like really gonna make this easy. You guys are gonna help me make this so incredibly easy. And I want to like just recognize the privilege that I have, the privilege that you guys give me, and I'm eternally grateful for it. And I just want to make that so abundantly clear. So I really do appreciate you guys. Like, you know, there's probably very few other individuals on the internet that can just, you know, go live and talk to their fan base and be like, hey guys, TikTok's getting banned. I'm building a studio. It's going to be really expensive. Alex, thank you for the gym gun. And all of the proceeds from the stream today are going to go directly to it and then get shown so much love. So I really love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Matthew, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Cancel your bets on the Texans.
Repeat.
Cancel your bets. Cancel your bets on Houston.
Cancel my bets on... Did you vote for Trump?
Cancel.
Matthew, you good, bro?
I know something
Matthew.
you don't.
I bet you do.
Vegas.
Vegas?
Chiefs odds
Hey,
are
all I
negative.
want to know, Dean, are you going to respect Trump when he brings TikTok back?
No.
What do you mean you're not? You make plenty of money off of here.
If Trump brings TikTok back, then bringing TikTok back is a bad idea.
Oh, wow. That's how bad you are, dude.
I'm just fucking pulling your chain, Evan. You're driving, so I gotta kick you. I will say that absolutely, if Trump does bring TikTok back, that Trump did a very good thing. But like overwhelmingly, I still would have preferred not having TikTok and have 60 great victims per day have access to abortion. But, you know, there's an answer to your question. Chloe, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Devin with the $3. Alexia with the $5. Jennifer with the $5. And Lillian with the $5 as well. Thank you all so much for the love. Lisa, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? All right, you guys, we haven't had a debate in like 10 years. I've already grown like a beard and had a wife and children and 3 divorces in like the time since we've had our last debate. This is pretty crazy, you guys. Madeline, thank you so much for the $20 donation on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Madeline. Madeline says, thank you for shedding light on my mental health journey after getting diagnosed with epilepsy. You are so awesome. Do you never forget that? From Mars. Mars, thank you so much for the love. I love hearing from people that watch the streams about just ways that I have brightened your life, even in just a very small way. It means the world to me. That's why I do this. That is my drive. Thank you for the love, Mars. As well as Kinsey, thank you for the $15 on Venmo, saying I'm so unbelievably happy there are men like you still advocating for us. I love you. Thank you so much for the love, Kinsey. Show some love to Kinsey and Madeline. Thank you guys so much. Marvel, what's up? You vote for Trump?
No, I just want sacrifices.
Banned.
Sorry,
Ashani, thank you so much for the $8 on PayPal, saying, I don't know if you read my last message. Ashani, I sure indeed did read your last message. I will just I could kind of clarify on that right now. Wait. Maybe I didn't. I didn't. Now I do, Ashani. Thank you for the $5. Did I read your message there? That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you for the love. As well as Jeanette, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal, and Elena, thank you for the $25 on PayPal. You guys are so incredibly kind. Thank you guys so much.
Dean, you're a
Thank
bitch.
you. Okay, you're this is okay, whatever. Yo, Katie and Desiree! Holy shit! Katie and Desiree, thank you both for the $50 donations on PayPal. Holy crap, Katie and Desiree. Thank you so much for the love. Oh my gosh, everybody. I want to get 500 big booms for Katie and Desiree. Thank you so much for the love, you guys. Thank you, Katie and Desiree, so incredibly much. You guys are so incredibly kind. Thank you so much, guys. Show some love to Katie and Desiree in that chat right now. What's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
No, but I do want to say I want to thank you so much because genuinely, like, I was a Trump supporter, but you genuinely stopped me and you spread so much kindness.
Thank you. I'm so sorry for kicking you. I just wanted you to allow you a chance to kind of get the main motivation of your message out before I did. When I kick you, I mean no disrespect. I mean no disservice. You are so incredibly appreciated, and I appreciate you so much for coming up here and saying thank you. Everybody in the chat, please show them some love. I always feel bad when we kick people that come up here that are being really kind and appreciative. However, right, it is a blanket rule. It's a boundary that we hold, but I want to make sure that we all show you some love. What is up, Adriana? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
I could hear it in your voice. Why?
Because, I actually voted for Biden and I regretted it because he tried to force vaccines on any company with over 100 employees. And that infuriated me. That was the first thing that infuriated me. It also infuriated me, his administration gaslighting the American people about inflation not being that bad. And then when Harris ran, she's like, oh, I'll fix inflation on day one. Yet her campaign raised $1 billion and ended up $20 million in debt. So obviously she wasn't going to fix the economy. And, just realizing all the things they lied about us about the pandemic, and they lied to us about Trump. The media is a bunch of liars. They'll lie through their teeth. And, I think Trump's going to be a good president.
Phenomenal. Eric, thank you for the $10 donation on Venmo. That's so incredibly kind. Grace, thank you for the $1 donation. Allie with the $2 donation. Grace with another 50 cents. Thank you guys so much for the love. You guys are being so incredibly kind today, as well as Natasha. Thank you for the $1. Okay, first of all, about the vaccine mandate for large companies. I think that's actually a good thing. And I think it is quite comparable to that of a mandate for wearing a seatbelt when you're driving. It keeps you safe and it keeps others safer as well. It reduces unnecessary deaths. I absolutely support it. He did order that, and of course it never went through, and I think that was a great decision by the Biden-Harris administration. Secondly, you said
Trump is a threat.
Kamala Harris wasn't going to help the economy because she had gone $20 million in debt with her own campaign. So first of all, I don't really understand that those two things are going to be correlated, but if they are going to be correlated, I don't understand why we'd say that Donald Trump would be worse for the economy because he has gone into debt and bankrupted not once, but 6 times. And then overwhelmingly, when we just evaluate the proposed economic policy of the two candidates, obviously the economy is going to be better under Kamala Harris. Then secondarily, about gaslighting and about inflation under the term, I think that we could kind of agree that they didn't handle that the best. It would have been significantly better for the Democrats in America for them to say that, yes, there is a large problem of inflation, and it was caused by the pandemic. I think the reason they ultimately chose not to do that was because they understand the average American is a lot like you and they won't understand. And then D, about lying, there's never been a president that has lied more than Trump. He lied more than 30,000 confirmed lies during his presidency, as well as he told the biggest sitting lie that any president has ever told with his denial of the outcome of the 2020 election. And last point E, you sound absolutely miserable.
That's funny. But going back to the vaccine mandates, because I know it was a lot there. So I got COVID twice. I got COVID once in 2021 before the vaccine came out. And then I got COVID again in 2022. When I got COVID again in 2022, three other of my friends also got it and they were vaccinated. And I, being the only person who is not vaccinated, recovered from COVID faster than all of them. I tested negative before any of them did.
Yeah.
And
So I've brushed my teeth 2 times a day for all of my life. I've had a lot of cavities. I've had about 7. I know that there's other people out there that don't brush their teeth as frequently as I do, or don't brush them at all, that have had less cavities. Does that mean that brushing your teeth isn't effective in preventing cavities?
what I feel like you're doing is just jumping through hoops instead of admitting that the vaccine didn't do anything. It didn't.
Well, Adriana, it's called a debate. I'm refuting your point through the use of an analogy. It's abstract thought, right? This conceptualization of belief through the use of hypotheticals that serves as a great tool to make us better understand the world around us. And it is the case that it's the only thing that sets us apart from other animals on this earth. And when people disown abstract thought, it makes no sense because that is intellectualism at its finest. I'd also like to say thank you to Tessa for the $35 donation on Venmo, saying, Dean, I'm looking forward to helping you grow on YouTube. I will continue to tweet your lives on X and support all 4 of you in any way possible. Much love from Tessa. Tessa, thank you so much for the $35. Everybody, please show some love to Tessa down below in that comment section. Thank you so much, Tessa. W's to Tessa. And Julie with a $50 on PayPal. Oh my gosh, thank you, Julie. Julie says the best way to spend the last day on TikTok. Good luck with your studio. Love you, Parker, Harry, and Chris. Keep educating the uninformed. Thank you so much for the love, Julie. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. W's to Julie and Tessa. Show some love to them down below in that chat, as well as Amanda. Thank you for the superpower. I guess I will just reiterate for all the new individuals joining that I'm actually starting a daily show on YouTube. If you want to go sub to the YouTube, it's linked in the bio. There's no videos at it right now, so you won't really be able to find it through the search bar. You have to go through the link in my bio. And for that, I'm building out my own studio. It's going to be comparable to that of like the Daily Wire, like Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, Brett Cooper. It's going to be really awesome. I was talking about it a bit earlier. The estimates on how much it's going to cost to build it out is about that 7 to 10K mark. All the donations from the stream today are going to be going straight towards a fund for building the studio. So if you want to support me, my Venmo, my PayPal are on the top of the stream as well as in the bio. And I appreciate everybody that has. You guys are so incredibly kind. And I'm so thankful and privileged to even have your guys' support. So thank you guys so much for the love. But Adriana, I would really appreciate it if you'd respond to that hypothetical. If I've brushed my teeth for my whole life and I've had 7 cavities and I know someone that hasn't brushed their teeth and they have never had any, does that mean that brushing your teeth is ineffective in preventing cavities?
It's a whole different thing. One is about, like when the vaccine first came out, there was Rachel Maddow on MSNBC. Like, if you
Would you mind just answering my question, though?
I don't... sure, you could still get cavities, I guess, if you brush your teeth, yeah.
So does it mean that brushing your teeth is ineffective in preventing them?
I don't know. I brush my teeth. I don't really get cavities. I don't have that problem.
So if we can't operate off of some base assumptions, like brushing your teeth is good for dental health, this conversation is pretty useless to me. Oh my God! Oh my God! Mama Peach! With a $500 donation on Venmo! Thank you! Thank you so much for the love! Holy crap! Jeez, man. Mama Peach says, love you, proud of you for everything that you've done on this app. Yo! W's all day long to Mama Peach in that comment section. Oh my God, dude. You guys are setting me the fuck up today. Wow, guys, thank you so much. This is all going to go towards the studio. This is going to be so awesome. Holy shit. Thank you, Mama Peach. for the love. That is incredible. I want to see everybody showing love to Mama Peach down below in that comment section for at least an extra 10 minutes, as well as Oscar with a $50 donation on Venmo. Shout out to Oscar as well. Oscar says, it's been so cool to see how much you've grown the last couple of years, Dean. I know your success will continue, but I'm still going to ugly cry because it feels like saying goodbye to a friend. Oscar, you are a friend. You have been supporting since the very start. I have not forgotten about you, and I never will. Thank you for the $50 donation, Oscar. It means so much from the bottom of my heart, as well as, thank you. Just thank you. As well as John, thank you for the $10 donation on Venmo, and Katie, thank you for the $2 donation on Venmo. I really appreciate you guys so much for the love. And Jada, thank you for the $5. Rebecca with the $5. Rand with the $5 on PayPal, and thank you guys so much. By the way, if you do want to donate, I would highly encourage y'all to go through the link in my bio. It'll link you directly to my Venmo and PayPal, so you don't risk sending to a fake poser account that will steal your money. And thank you guys so much for the love. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. So, Adriana, circling back to the conversation where we were talking about the efficacy of the COVID vaccine, can we agree that brushing your teeth is generally a good thing to do as it does prevent cavities?
Yeah, brushing teeth. Excuse me. Yeah, brushing teeth is good. I want to ask one more thing because actually my girlfriend's Adriana. I'm using her account right now, and she loves you and she loves Parker. But I want to ask, what do you think about Trump being against a TikTok ban, but the Biden administration, well, I mean, Congress is the one who banned it, but Biden didn't veto the TikTok ban.
Yeah, so it's one of the ways where Trump absolutely mogs Biden. Of course, like Trump did play into like the original push for the ban during his presidency, but we could absolutely say that Trump is in the right here, very clear and definitively. However, like it doesn't shift my position, but I do appreciate the question. Is there anything else that you did want to add on?
I'm just glad you said Trump is right. So, I mean, it sounds like I got you to vote, for the Republicans next. I'm sure like maybe in 2028 you might vote, for JD Vance or someone, right?
No, because I would definitely prefer me to lose access to TikTok and 60 great victims per day having access to abortion compared to the opposite, which is true under Trump's presidency. Yeah, you heard me. That's right. What's more important, this damn app in my live stream that I love so much and supports my life, or like 60 great victims a day having access to healthcare? You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. It's all about how much value I place on what is conducive towards my own prosperity and the prosperity of the society as a whole. And I ultimately think that in accordance with altruism, that we should all be more focused on providing all 170 million American women and girls the access to healthcare that they deserve, compared towards trying to save an app that does support 2 million small businesses and creators any day of the week, point blank period.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Democrats had a chance, though, to codify Roe versus Wade, and they didn't do it,
So they haven't had a supermajority since the first term of Obama's presidency. And at that point, although Democrats had a supermajority, it still wasn't a unilateral consensus that access to abortion is a good thing amongst the Democrat Party. So in all reality, no, we really haven't had that opportunity yet.
Yeah, I just don't think Kamala would have gotten that done.
Well, first of all, her name's pronounced Kamala Harris. And second of all, I do believe that we have good reason to believe that she would have gotten that done. Upwards of 63% of Americans who support women and girls having access to healthcare, if that was resembled within Congress with a Democrat majority bleeding into some of the Republican votes, we absolutely could have gotten it done.
I guess where I think where I see hypocrisy is you believe in my body, my choice, but you also think vaccine should be forced on people.
So I don't think that vaccine should be forced on people because you're not forced to work a job with a company with over 100 employees. I think that having the vaccine should be expected in those workplaces the same way that wearing a seatbelt should be expected in the public roadways. I mean, and the reason in which I believe that is because it's conducive towards the overall greater good and the health of yourself and the health of others. Vaccines work. Vaccines are great.
But they don't stop the spread, so there's no point. And plus, I work from
They
home.
slow the spread and they reduce the negative effects of the side effects of COVID. I mean, that's been proven by 36 pages of peer-reviewed reports. So, like the reason that you gave me insofar as why it didn't work was pretty absurd. I do appreciate you for coming up though. Alyssa, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to request.
Nope. Yeah, like vaccines don't work. Like tell that to polio victims, as someone says in my chat. Vaccines have saved humanity, man. Saved so many unnecessary deaths. They're such a good thing, and I hate the fact that they're politicized. Let's go to get the next guest up in here. Spam AGA down below in that chat if you do want to come up and debate. Guys, make sure that we're double tapping away in that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 1 million double taps. We are nearly there. No way. Wow.
Hey, what's up, Dean?
Give me a second, man. That is Adriana. Sorry, Ariana, not Adriana. Ariana. Thank you so much for the $200 donation on Venmo. Everybody show some love to Ariana down below in that comment section. Literally right the fuck now. Oh my god. Thank you so much. And your message here is what really has me smiling. Everybody show some love to Ariana. Wow. Ariana says, I'm going to send $1 later with a longer message. Sincerely, a classmate who you know briefly at Boulder before you got big. Baby, I appreciate you for the umbrella. Ariana, I would love for you to share with me what class we had together. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for the love. Wow, that is so incredibly kind. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Wow, that's insane. Thank you so much. As well as Dawn with a $25 donation on Venmo, saying, let's see here. My youngest son and I have bonded over watching you and Parker debate. Thank you for being awesome. I appreciate you so much for the love, Dawn. As well as Alyssa, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I've from a TikTok employee, 8:30 p.m. Eastern shutdown. I have not, but be prepared. So much for the love and everything. I appreciate you so much for the love.
Tonight?
And apparently it's shutting down at 8:30 EST, which is literally in like 3.5 hours.
If it shuts down in 3 hours, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, bro.
Because I didn't even go live. I didn't even know I thought it was tomorrow. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. If it's midnight PST, I'm still gonna cry. It's like, bro, like what? Come on, bro. Like, why are you taking away TikTok, government? Please stop. Please stop.
So real, bro.
Like, bro, I just want to debate people. Come on. Like, what else? What am I gonna do, bro? Only TikTok shop? Okay. That's only TikTok shop. Midnight East Coast. Oh, dude, that's even bad. 9 o'clock.
No,
Hey guys, I just wanted to ask: are you guys gonna start new YouTube channels, or are you guys going back to the old ones?
The ones that we already have set up.
Okay, so you're not starting new ones?
No.
Was that all that you wanted to ask?
Not,
Yeah, man.
not as of right now. Appreciate you.
I'm sorry for keeping you on mute for like
Nah, it's
5
all right, man.
minutes. I'm sorry, bro. Shout out Edgar.
It's cool. It's cool.
Hey,
man, my days ain't the same without you guys on there, man. The street.
Appreciate you.
Well, we'll be on YouTube. We'll be on YouTube.
We'll be on
We'll be
YouTube.
looking for you, man.
All right, appreciate you.
Dude, guys,
Y'all
show
are
some
so
love.
amazing.
I feel really bad for Edgar. We had him on Fonts Family. Yo, Shawnee, thank you for the $2 on PayPal. First of all, appreciate the first part of your message. That's so incredibly kind. You went to Boulder? Yes, I did go to Boulder. Dude, I went to Fairview. What the heck? Oh, dude, I used to get lunch by Fairview like every single day. At that that little shitty pizza place right across from it. That's crazy how worlds collide. Arthur, thank you for the $1.50. Megan, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I've found so much joy in listening to you and Parker, Harry, Chris. I can't wait to see you on your show. I want to be part of what you're building. Thank you, Dean, for giving us hope shine on my friend. Well, I appreciate you so much for the $10. That's going straight into building the studio, and I really appreciate you so much. Altered Dreams, I appreciate you for the $5. And as well as Tree, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Saying thank you for all the memories. I've made so many amazing friends through watching your lives, and I can't thank you enough for keeping me on this earth, Tree. Thank you for the love.
I was about to make a video, honestly, and I was about to put like the YouTube outro music. Do 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 do. You don't know that?
I don't think I do. But I
Oh,
understand,
come on, bro.
I understand the angle. Just a video without
No, you don't.
music, I do
No,
like it.
you don't even know. You didn't know
Wait,
like
find it on your phone and play it for me.
Okay, I will. I will. Yo, Sid with the $50. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wasn't gonna cry, but then you joined, and I immediately started crying because it literally feels unreal. I miss it so much here. I'll miss it so much. I literally am gonna miss it so much. I don't think y'all realize. Like this, it's not even real for me yet, and
Yeah,
like
this
it's gonna
is-
be real after it happens. Like that's just gonna be like, dude, I really don't get it, dude.
Like this is our life, man. Like we've both sacrificed so
This
much.
is
for
literally
this.
my life, dude.
Hey, Erica, thank you for the $25 on PayPal for the entertainment and insights towards the studio fund. Thank you for the $25, Erica. Everybody, please show some love to Erica down below in that chat while we get our next guest up in the live. Thank you so much for the love, as well as Ashani with $5.55. I literally screamed Abos. Yep, that's it. And Nicole, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal as well. Thank you so much, Nicole. And Lovey, thank you for the $20 on Venmo, saying since everyone else is sharing their stories, I don't know if you knew about this, but I used to debate a lot when you first started. You had came into my life a few times and you debated homophobes. Pretty cool seeing how far you've come. I did not know that. That's crazy, Lovey. But I used to go on small lives all the time before I had my own platform just to debate shitheads. So that's really cool. I appreciate you so much for the love. Matt, thank you for the $5, and Kyla, thank you for the $5 as well. Yeah, Parker, man. This is a big day, man. Big day, end of an era, if it does end up getting taken down. I think the most likely outcome is it will. Yeah. At least for 36 hours, then we'll see if Trump
I'm gonna be
speaks
on
true to his word.
till they take it down. I'm gonna be on live when they take it down. Okay, we're gonna be the ones testing to see what happens. Okay, chat. I'm serious. Like I'm live all day today. I got food. I'm gonna be eating right now, but I'm on live all day.
For real. And yeah, we'll probably switch on and off, me and Parker. You know, maybe in a little bit, I'll need to run to the restroom or grab some food or I'll get banned. Parker will go live and we'll just be switching on and off, delegating, it and co-hosting. And we'll both be on all day, man. I'm going to stay on until my girlfriend is like, Dean, get your ass off that live and show me some attention. Yeah, we'll be on all day. Janice, what's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
I did not, but I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on all the money that senators and Trump's friends are putting into
Meta.
Meta. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably because they think that Meta is gonna gain big from this. I don't think Meta's gonna gain a lot of I mean, they're going to gain a lot. Meta's going to gain so much.
It's insider trading. It's insider trading. It is total BS.
I mean,
absolutely.
It depends on how you define insider trading, but they have insider information that they're utilizing specifically to make money off of it. And I don't think that Congress members should be able to buy anything other than the S&P 500.
So I do want to clarify that the original senator who proposed the TikTok ban, he bought $1.2 million worth of Meta stock before he
I think
proposed
that's
it to the floor of the House.
Yeah, that's insane.
And also, Ashani! Oh my gosh, thank you for the $85 on PayPal. I want to see at least 850 W's in the chat for Ashani. Thank you so much for the love. 5 big booms as well. Ashani says, Dean and Parker, you're both incredible. Oh my god, now I have 600 to my name in total. Dude, Ashani, you've been showing so much love. I appreciate you so much for it. If you need additional studio funding, just text me. I got you for real. No, dude. I will not be texting you. Don't worry about it. But I appreciate you so much for your generosity. But please do not worry about it any further. You've shown so much love, and I appreciate you so much. That is so incredibly nice, as well as that proposal is just so incredibly nice of you, and I really appreciate the sentiment. But please do not worry about it. I seriously, everybody show some love to Ashani down below.
I'm gonna put in my bio. Find me. Our debates will be on YouTube or something. Do you think that's okay to put in the bio? Do you think they'll limit my content?
Yeah, honestly, just use anything to direct anyone anywhere. That works. I am directing people to TikTok, Instagram, and not TikTok, Instagram, X, and YouTube. And honestly, I know that many people won't be subbing to me on YouTube as of right now. But as I start to promote it on the other platforms and, we get the studio underway, it's obviously going to start growing. But if you do want to get on the YouTube account early, y'all, make sure to go sub now. We're already at 36,000 subscribers without a single video being uploaded, which, by the way, is fucking nuts. So good on y'all. Good on y'all. Andrea, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I did not vote for Trump.
Mama Peach with the $500 on Venmo. I'm so sorry, Andrea. Thank you so much. Please some W's for Mama Peach in the comment section right now. Holy shit, Mama Peach, thank you for the $500 on Venmo. That is unbelievably. They said proud of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you. Holy shit, Mama Peach. W in the comment section. W's for Mama Peach. We all love Mama Peach here. I'm literally like, chat. I'm gonna miss TikTok so much. Like that just makes me think about like the battles, like all of us, our community, and that. Dude, I don't even want to cry, bro. I don't want to cry.
Bro, it's the end and beginning of an era. I'm very sad, but simultaneously, I'm very excited for the unknown that is to come. We're gonna be okay, man. There's a lot of people standing behind us, and that is all of you guys. So I appreciate every single human in this live, even if you don't appreciate me back. Just know
Mama
that...
Peach, thank you so much. That's so fucking insane. Thank you so much, Mama Peach. John, thank you so much for the $10 thank you for being a voice for the disparaged and steering people away from ignorance, one guess at a time. Keep going. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Sid, thank you for the $5 for group live. Please trust me, we'll get some other people. Don't worry later on. Claire, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much for silent follower for the last year, and I'm currently sobbing that it's coming to an end. Yeah, it feels so sad. We're gonna try our best to go into YouTube, but
you interrupted my sentimental message.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again. I apologize. My brain is just like all over the place. I apologize.
I'm destroyed, Parker. How could you? I'm just kidding. All's good. I got what I wanted out. Yeah, seriously, show some massive love to Mama Peach, y'all. Unfucking believable. As well as Marie, thank you for the $6 on PayPal. Zidium, what's going on? Thank you for the $1. Jada with the $7 and the 77 cents, saying you should open up a PO box for gifts and decorations. I would love to, but too risky, man. Someone's gonna send me some of that shit from Breaking Bad. What was it called? Like, oh, I know what it's called. I don't know if I could say it, but it starts with rice. You know, if you know what I mean. Shelby, thank you for the $1 on PayPal as well. And Stefani, thank you so much for the $20 donation on Venmo. Saying I sub to your YouTube, I'll be happy to support and continue to donate. I've been watching you for a while now, and you've helped so many people, and me and self included. I appreciate you so much for the love, Stefani, as well as Annie, thank you for the $1. Roxy, thank you for the $1. Cody, thank you for the $6 and the 66 cents. And Kyla, thank you for the $5. Nail, what's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not. I was wondering if I could talk to you on a quick point real quick, though.
I do apologize now. I do just want to preface you guys. I've kind of just been letting it slide, but we are here to strictly debate individuals that voted for Trump. So if you are currently in the guest request and you didn't vote for Trump, I will politely ask you to leave. However, it is the case that I will start banning people that come up here that didn't vote for Trump. Charlotte, I appreciate you for the glowing jellyfish. I bet all of you guys are very well intended. However, it is the case that we are just looking for some debates. Paul, what is going on? Did you vote for Trump?
I'm so depressed that you guys are leaving. That's all that I wanted to say.
Appreciate you. Arthur, thank you so much for the $1. I will miss playing Minecraft Creeper and TNT audios in your live, Parker. Tree, thank you so much for the $10 for I didn't know that finding you on a random day on my FYP would lead to meeting such amazing and loving friends anywhere. You and Dean, I want to
throw these out.
This kept me on this earth and genuinely saved me. Thanks for everything. I miss you all so much. Thank you so much, Tree. I really appreciate it. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Tree. Thank you for the kind words. Like, that's just incredibly nice to hear. Altered, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you for advocating so strongly for trans people. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Altered. Hannah, thank you so much for the $20 for Parker Shop. You're gonna make me cry. Hannah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's Shawnee with the $75. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it for Parker. I just want to say you and Dean were my source of political commentary ahead of the election. Enriched my support for Harris voting in this election. Meant so much to me, and I can't credit you both enough. Keep pushing. The world needs you. Thank you so much, Ashani. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you, Ashani.
And Rainey, thank you for the $15 donation on Venmo, saying you're a beautiful human being. Thank you for existing. Well, thank you so much for the love, Rainey, and that's an incredibly kind message. Thank you, Rainey. Rana, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Why is that?
Well, we talked about this already. You already kicked me once. Is it okay to debate?
We really don't.
I've already. Yeah, this person's like I don't know why they got kicked off, but it's probably bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There's just so many messages. So many. Claire, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much for still doing on a podcast. We're probably going to be doing something.
Here, do you mind if I?
With that.
Here, real quick. Maga, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, real quick, Parker.
Okay, for sure. I appreciate it. Stephanie, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much for can't wait to see you on YouTube. I will miss the TikTok crash outs and crazy face zooms. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Grace, thank you so much for the $1. When will you be live next? YouTube, probably tomorrow. Lindsay, thank you so much for the $40. Thank you so much. Can we slap Zygotes one last time together? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate it. And Tessa with the $35. Thank you so much. I'm excited for you guys to blow up on YouTube. Cheers. That's all your continued success. You four will be successful on any platform. And you truly deserve it. Much love, Tessa. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tessa. And Cody, thank you so much for the $6.66. Thank you so much. I appreciate for you. Love you no matter. We'll support you no matter what. For Cody and Maya, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I have more, but I just want to get onto the debates. I don't want to keep it.
Well, here, check messages. Gina, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal. I really appreciate you for the love, as well as Karis, thank you for the $4 on Venmo. MAGA Girl, why did you vote for Trump?
He's good looking and grocery prices are down.
Okay, well, he actually said that he can't bring grocery prices down, and this guy's ugly as shit. So, where do we stand?
No, he's very good looking, and the grocery prices are coming down.
Do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
Wait, how do you cause grocery prices to go down?
Well, I just need to ask real quick. How old are you?
61.
Wow. Okay, so you're telling the truth. You're not like a troll or anything?
No.
Yeah.
Wow,
So okay. So how is Trump causing prices to go down?
I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
Yeah, you're 61.
He does it. Okay. One, prices aren't going down. Two, Trump isn't president. And three, just because prices were to go down under an administration doesn't mean it's caused by the president.
Well, Kamala Harris.
Kamala
would not be a good president. She's probably menopausal and is having hot flashes and.
Wait, are you just essentially saying because she's a woman she shouldn't be president? Is that
Not
essentially your view?
just because she's a woman, because no woman should be president.
Okay, so why do you think men are better at leading than women?
That's such an. She literally just said because she's menopausal. Can you explain that one to me? Like, what the fuck does that mean? How does that mean she's a what? Are you saying?
I would love to run an argument on this because Parker, honestly, what I've learned the best way to confront like this position is to like literally just like be calm, put all emotions aside, and view it logically, because there's no logical argument for misogyny, and like whenever anybody ever makes this argument, I just become a fucking robot and run very strict logic on it. So I would love for you to give me a logical argument why it is the case that men are better at leading than women.
I just think they're better equipped to handle the United States.
Why? See what I mean? It just takes one question, and you don't know. See,
Well,
I'm guessing like most people that like, you tell this to would be like, "Oh my god, you misogynist piece of shit," which is true, right?
why
I'm just deciding
hasn't
to rather take the route to expose the fact that there's like no logic or substance in this position.
Why hasn't there been a woman president?
Yeah, because people like you exist. But I mean, the same question could be asked prior to 2008. There never been a black president. So if your argument is men are better at leading than women because only men have ever led the United States of America, would you say prior to 2008 that white people were better at leading than black people because only white people have been president?
No, Obama was fine.
Oh, okay. So in other words, just because there had not been a black president prior to Obama, that does not mean that black people are worse at leading than white people. So this would also entail that women are not worse at leading than men because there's never been a woman president. You know what I mean?
Well, I just think that Obama would be a better president than Kamala Harris.
Okay, well, Obama was like one of the goats, but that's unrelated to the argument that you're trying to run. You're trying to run the argument that men are better at leading than women, not that Obama's better at leading than Kamala Harris.
They are.
Yeah, and that's what I'm asking you for an argument for.
I would rather you be president than Kamala Harris.
Wait, in the same way that you think
Kamala.
that, generally speaking, men are like better equipped to lead compared to women. You're a woman, I'm a man. I'm saying that women are not better at leading than men. This is paradoxical.
Are better at leading.
I've always wanted someone.
Dean, you meant to say are better at leading.
Wait, I said
you
women.
think women are better at leading?
Oh, did I say that women are not better at leading?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that
You
there's.
said that on accident.
Yeah, I don't think that we could associate any like general. Thank you for saying that, or I wouldn't have even noticed. I don't think that we could associate one gender with being better at leading than another gender. How do you explain that paradox? Because if men are more likely to be right than women, and the man is saying that women, like, there's no distinction between the leadership abilities of men and women, and the woman saying otherwise, and aren't I, out of virtue of my penis, like, more likely to be right? Meaning that in all actuality,
Yes.
men are not better at leading than women?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's my argument. Okay, the person
Dude,
with
wait, so
penis
why do
says
you
men are not
agree
better
with
at
him
leading than
then?
women.
Wait, if you
Yeah.
agree that his position is more likely to be right because he's got a dick and balls, can you explain to me why you wouldn't agree with his position then?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a concession here. Oh my god! Yo, Paula with a $500 donation on PayPal! Holy shit! Thank you so much for the love, Paula! Oh my gosh, thank you so much! Paula says, can't wait to see the new studio. Bro, me neither. And your kindness and generosity is literally ensuring that it's gonna be fucking awesome. Thank you, Paula, for the $500. Jeez, man. I want to see literally 5,000 W's for Paula in that chat. Non-stop W's for the next 10 minutes. Thank you so much, Paula. As well as Cassandra, thank you so much for the $25 on PayPal. And Jada Marie, thank you for the $5. Shout out to Cassandra, Jada Marie, and Paula. You guys are absolutely nuts. And I guess I will just repeat this. So, starting a daily show on YouTube, there's absolutely no precedent set by any mainstream liberal that has a daily show like The Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, etc. And I'm going to be starting one to rival all those, and it's going to be pretty high quality. I kind of looked into what it costs to build out a studio, like Ben Shapiro, etc., Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, etc. It's like a $30,000 through $50,000 build. After talking to some really intelligent people, shout out to everybody that texted me on Instagram. I could build something similar for like $7,000 to $10,000, like all things included. Like we're talking lights, PC, setup, etc. All the proceeds from all the donations on the stream today will be going straight towards building the studio. So that's just want to let you guys know exactly where all of your donations will be going.
Paula with the $500 for gonna miss these TikTok lives. Thank you so much, Paula. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna miss them so much too. I really hope that something can happen to save what we have right here, because like, dude, I love the whole multi-guest, the whole everything we do with debates. Like, it's just like the perfect thing. I wish there was like an app just like this where we could just do this and everything worked the same way. Or I just wish that the government wasn't trying to attack it for no fucking reason. But Paula, thank you so much for the $500. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's fucking insane. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Kiosa, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Gina, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Megan, thank you so much for the $3.50. Ashley, thank you for the $1. Danielle, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Jasmine, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. Ruby, thank you for the $1.75. Matt, thank you for the $5. Nicole, thank you for the $10. Melissa, thank you for the $2. By the way, I am reading these all, everyone. Don't worry. I'm not gonna take over Dean's live right now by doing that. Mahogany, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See the others on YouTube. Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate the $5. Jamelin, thank you so much for the $2. Zid, thank you for the $1.11. Thank you so much. I appreciate another day, another $1. Last $1 is crazy. Jennifer, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kayana, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. What, Dean? What happened?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think President Trump is going to make America great again.
Okay,
I get that.
How so?
Give me a
What is he
second
gonna
here.
do?
I just need a second.
What happened?
Mama Peach. Wow.
What happened?
Mama Peach. I'm speechless with $1,000 donation on Venmo for the studio. Oh my god. Mama Peach. I'm very rarely speechless on my live. Dean usually always has something to say. I don't have much to say right now. Thank you.
Biden sucked ass.
Fucking NPC. Fucking NPC. NPC. Dude, we got a G. But Mama Peach, don't let that shit detract from this. Just give me a second. But that was really fucking. We got an NPC on the live. Thank you so very much for the $1,000 donation for the studio. I am seriously taken aback. I like came on here like expecting to like, you know, like maybe like, hey, who knows, like, you know, I'm going to tell everybody about the studio. I'm going to be transparent with how much it's going to cost, and we'll just see where it goes from here. But guys, we're actually like, I'm just like, wow, I'm going to be completely transparent and honest with you guys. This stream may pay for every single penny associated with building the studio. We are on track. Listen, give me 30 seconds before we get back to the debate. There is like a very few amount of humans that have ever lived that have had the privilege of that I have today. And you guys have collectively given me that privilege of being able to be hit with a very bad thing like the TikTok ban, and then have to start researching where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do next, what the next era of my life and my career is going to look like. And then have such a high level of support is I can't believe it. And then there's even like a smaller percentage of that already small percent of people with that privilege that can recognize it with full transparency and be eternally grateful for it. Thank you guys. Unconditionally thank you guys for the love and support. If you were to tell me 2 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing today with the most altruistic, virtuous, and kind-hearted individuals in the world standing by my side, I would call you crazy. I would say, I can't believe that. I would say, not in a million bajillion years. But yet, here we are. You have all changed my life, and I have been presented with a dilemma that can end an era, such as the TikTok ban. And the same day, the same stream, I've now been presented with the opportunity to begin a new era. Because of you guys. So, I guess we're going to get back into the debate. I appreciate you guys for the love and support. I don't deserve it, man. Wow. Thomas, thank you so much for the $35 donation on Venmo. Hey, Dean, I work at Sweetwater Sound, and I'd love to help you with the sound paddles for your studio. I'm watching the stream now, and I've enjoyed you over the last year. I DM'd you on Insta. Oh, shit. That's actually Adam with $1. Adam, drop your IG. Yes, I would love to talk to you about figuring out my sound, because that's the third attribute that I have to figure out. And then Thomas with a $35 says, huge fan, man. Thank you I can't wait for the YouTube show. I appreciate you for the love. Adam, please respond to your Venmo with your Instagram. Let's connect after my stream. And Sela, thank you for the $1 on PayPal. But all right, let's go and unmute the NPC. Let's get back on track. I apologize for detracting from the stream, everybody. Sincerely. Anyways, guess you got to unmute your mic. Click on your profile picture and click the icon of the mic. I guess we'll give them a second. Let's go and get the next guest up in here. Everybody do just give me a minute. The NPC, I guess, doesn't know how to unmute. Hey, NPC, I just want to show you how to unmute. So what you need to do is you need to click on your profile picture, which, by the way, your profile picture doesn't make, like, any sense. So just click on your profile picture, just like that. You'll see a new window pop up that'll look like this. Do you see the icon of the mic? Just click it, and it will unmute. So do that. Now we're going to move on to our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, while the NPC is trying to figure out how to unmute their mic. Nicole, thank you so much for the $25 donation on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much, Nicole. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Shout out to Nicole. Thank you so much for the love. Let's go get the next guest up here, Parker. If you want to help me try to find our next guest.
Yeah, I got you.
Nicole says, "Thank you for all you do. You helped me couple getting through."
Wait. Why don't we just talk to Maga Girl?
Because they don't know how to mute.
Are you serious? Yo, unmute.
They don't know how.
Wait, click it. We're gonna teach them. Click your profile picture in the bottom right, and then you see like the microphone that's like to the right, like of your top right of your profile picture. You click that, and then you click save.
I don't think that they're gonna be able to figure it out.
Or you can click the microphone in the bottom right. It just says microphone. You see where it's like, oh no, they didn't see it. You see the microphone in the bottom. You just click that. It should have like a line over it.
I already ran them. I already ran them through this all. I even showed them a live demonstration. I think they've nodded off. They're taking a nap.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was like focused on the Discord.
No, I think it's great. Alyssa, thank you for the $5 donation on Venmo saying, name the studio after Mama Peach for real. I really like that. So I think that we should have an unofficial name for the studio, be Peach Studios or something like that one.
Dean, I messaged you on Instagram. I can text you my work number and then send you all my info from work.
You're Adam.
Yeah, I work at Sweetwater Sound. I don't know if you know what Sweetwater is, but
no clue. But you're a professional when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's the biggest online music retailer in the U.S. So I've been trained on sound and stuff like that. Yep.
Yeah, let's fucking work, bro. I also just dropped you a follow on here. Feel free to message me your IG.
Okay, cool, man. Sounds good.
Appreciate you, Adam. Bro, I love you guys. I've had like so much help with setting up. That's it's gonna be.
For like all your content that you've posted over the past couple months. I've really been following along, and like I cannot believe this is goodbye. I can't believe this is the last live stream, but I just really appreciate you and Parker. I cannot believe this is happening right now. Oh my gosh. I want to say thank you. I'm from Canada, but I've been following along with like all the election stuff and like what you do. Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, I appreciate you so much for coming up.
Appreciate you so much.
Your support literally means so much. Yeah. It's likely that the ban's going to go into effect tonight. There's a possibility that, Trump will get something figured out, but that possibility,
I would say there's a relatively high possibility of there being like a 90-day increase, but I don't even know. Trump is like back and forth on it. He wasn't even like saying he will do it. He was like saying, "Oh, it's probably."
And then even about that, like at the end of the day,
that's only
temporary. 3 more months. Like that's not going to be sufficient amount of time. She's back.
Oh, they got it. They got it.
Yeah, it's not going to be a sufficient amount of time for us to like continue to dedicate all of our attention and focus on here. So it'll just kind of give us more time to make a more gradual shift over to, the Daily Show on YouTube. So we'll figure it out. Anyways, hey, welcome back. We left off with you telling us that you think men are better at leading than women. I defeated the counter-arg with the paradox, and then you just kind of stopped talking, and then you told us that Biden sucks in the middle of me thanking a really kind donation.
Well, I think that Trump was lied about by the women that were accusing him of rape.
Dude, you're the fucking Grinch. Like, do you have like a single belief that isn't just like so totally gross? Like, I mean, I'm so sorry. I mean that seriously. Like, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, I just want to know like what steps lead to this. Like, tell us about when you were born, where you were born, a little bit about your upbringing. Like the parents, the socialization. I'm genuinely curious.
I was born in Texas.
Okay. What was like, childhood like?
It was good.
So were you like taught growing up that like the man's kind of like the leader of the household, and that kind of bled into like the idea that the man's supposed to go out and like work and provide? And
yes, my father had 12 children. My mother had 14 children, and I was number 10. And
well, I have 10 children too, so I know what that's like.
Okay.
So
big family.
I was taught that the man goes out and works and the woman stays home and takes care of the kids in the house and the.
Yeah, and so you're 61. Is that kind of like what you ended up doing with like your own life?
I worked since I was like 15 years old.
Okay, well, wouldn't that kind of give you a perspective that this idea that women aren't good enough to go out and work and that's a man's job is maybe false because you've worked since you were 16 and, here you are today at 61. Maybe that would show you that maybe the idea that women aren't made to do that is false?
Well, I wish it was the case, but I was on my own at 19 and I had to work to make a living for myself.
Yeah, and I bet like that's not something that you wanted to do. I bet that that's probably something that you didn't think that you should have done in accordance with all the values that you were taught and that you come to know growing up. But the point is doesn't that experience maybe grant some credence towards the idea that those values are false?
Yes, I do believe that women should work and make a living for themselves and not depend on a man.
Well, that like very vehemently.
You sound like a feminist.
Yeah, that like very vehemently disputes the traditional values that you've kind of been giving us in the sense that men are better at leading than women. So if it's the same people that say men are better at leading than women that also say that women shouldn't work, that's a man's job, and we already know that that second belief that they hold, women shouldn't work, that's a man's job, is false, maybe this would give us some reason to believe that that first claim that men are better at leading than women is also false?
No, I do believe that men are better leaders.
Okay. So I kind of already asked you why. I don't really feel like you gave us so much reason. Let's try this. Do you think it's okay to believe in things without reason?
Pardon me?
Do you think it's okay to believe in things without evidence or reason?
Yes.
Okay, the answer to that question is no, because when...
Wait. No, I can run her down that actually perfectly. So why don't you believe E. Jean Carroll? Because you said it's justified to believe her without reason.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I kind of like wanted... I don't really think that we're going to get a debate out, so I just kind of want to use this as like a chance to like explain and hopefully educate. So no, it's not okay to believe in things without like evidence and reason. Like that's what flat earthers do. That's what like really like racist white supremacists do. That's what a lot of people with very false beliefs do. That's kind of like what Hitler did. It creates a lot of like harm. And the way that we kind of circumnavigate that harm is by upholding this idea of intellectualism, where you're supposed to have reason or evidence for your beliefs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's test your belief that men are better at leading than women for intellectualism.
I think the world believes that men are better leaders. The whole world believes that men are better leaders, or we would have had a woman president.
Well, a lot of people in the world do believe that.
You know that there have been women leaders around the world?
However...
They probably weren't as good as men.
However...
Probably? Can you name one woman leader?
I can't.
Then how are you going to evaluate that? You're just like doing that based on assumption. It sounds like you're assuming women are bad leaders, not that you're actually determining it based upon what happens.
Liz, thank you for the $50 donation on Venmo for this studio fund. Let's get 500 big W's and booms for Liz in the chat, as well as
and
Audrey,
Liz, thank you for the $50. Thank you for the elevation fund. Thank you so much, Liz. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
As well as Audrey, thank you so much for the $10 donation on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love. And Tyler, thank you for the $5. Anna, thank you for the $1. Cameron, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Just saying thank you for inspiring me to pursue a career in politics. That's awesome, Cameron. Anna, thank you for another $1. And Alyssa, thank you so much for the $5 as well. You guys are being so incredibly kind today. Thank you so much for everyone for the love. Rebecca, thank you so much for the $15 donation on PayPal for the studio. Thank you so much for the love, Rebecca. And McKenna with the $5, Gina with the $2, Celia with the $1, and Dalen with the $10. Thank you so much, everyone, for the love, including the most recent donation here from Ashley with a $25 donation on Venmo, saying thank you so much for what you do. I love watching your lives every day, from Piper AV Everyone shows some love to Piper. That is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much.
And Audrey, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Kiara, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. And Gina, again, thank you for the $2. Thank you. And Hannah, also thank you for the $1. Thank you.
MAGA girl, I don't really see much of a point to have a continued conversation with you.
Those women lied about Trump. They wanted him.
Okay, I'm so sorry. We're just gonna go ahead and end this conversation. It's not really going anywhere. It's just kind of spewing like incredibly bigoted, harmful claims. So we're just gonna go to move on. Cole, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo. That is so incredibly kind of you, and thank you so much for that love. Let's just go ahead and move on to our next guest here, ladies and gentlemen. Am I going to Trump's inauguration? Nope. I got invited though. Actually got a couple DMs from you guys saying that you had an extra ticket, extending an invitation. But I will not be going. It's going to get Mason up in the box, y'all. Everybody just give us a minute.
Echo, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much as well. I appreciate Echo for adding to the Elevation Fund. Thank you. And also, everyone, Trump is claiming to want to start mass deportations like right away as well. So this whole TikTok like saving thing, like he does save it, that's true. Like I don't want it to take away from like messaging on like other sorts of issues as well. But,
yeah,
like, Trump is actively trying to do that.
So. If you if you're in or around Chicago, and you know any undocumented individuals, please talk to them and make a plan, because that's where they're going first. So please be careful. Evelyn, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? All right, Evelyn's not here. You want to help me get our next guest up here? Kaylin, thank you for the $4 on Venmo. I appreciate you for...
Longer. You're so impatient.
Hello, Randy. Did you vote for Trump?
600 seconds. Hello, hi.
Hi, did you vote for Trump?
I did not. However, I just want to say something before you take me down. I work in DC and the hospitality and at a hotel, and I call other hotels to see if they have rooms of vacancy for the inauguration. And my hotel that I work at has like 60 rooms available, and nearby hotels also don't have anybody like staying in the rooms. I don't know if they canceled. I can't tell them. They can't tell me that information, but no one's reserved these rooms at the hotel I work at. Oh, how long? Like 4 years.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 years
at this
ago,
hotel
for Biden's inauguration,
it was book solid. Wait, we had people that had to go 3 hours out of the way just to come to it.
Randy, you got a little bit of an echo, so I'm just going to kick you before I respond so we don't have like my voice overlapping. But I appreciate you for coming up and sharing that. That is funny. Also, your voice sounds very familiar. I feel as if I've probably seen your content before. I don't know. Let's go to move on to the next guest, though. I would like to thank Jacob with a Jakob. Thank you for the $20. Saying, yo, Dean, thank you for trying to show us all these people what Trump is planning to do to the U.S. Hope this will help to pursue your further career love from Germany. It indeed does. Thank you so much for the love. That is incredibly kind of you. Wow, thank you so much, Jacob. Seriously, very, very kind. As well as Natalie with the $100 donation on Venmo. Oh my gosh, Natalie, let's get 1,000 W's for Natalie in that chat, dude.
And Natalie, thank you for the $100 as well. Thank you so much, Natalie. Can we get some W's for Natalie in the chat right now? Some big boobs for Natalie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I gotta steal Dean's thing now.
Nah,
actually, you steal it from the Costco guys. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Kev, thank you for the $30. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $30. I really appreciate it. That's incredibly honest.
I did just want to read out.
Thank you. I really appreciate the messages. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Kevin. Natalie, thank you so much. I just want to say that.
Wanted to read out Natalie's message. I want you to know that I've enjoyed your debates. Your intelligence is admirable. Your sass is entertaining, and your willingness to hold a line against harmful ideology gives me hope that you will be part of the use that helps change the future. As well as I'm a senior product management in the tech space and run an ESP in the marketing vertical. And if you ever want to help with growing your audience engagement, let me know. Natalie, I'd love to connect. You have been around forever. I trust you, and that would be a fun conversation to have. Yeah, I am so appreciative for all the vast knowledge that a lot of you guys have. I am a solo project and don't have any background in like studio or media production. And the only reason why the studio is going to get off the ground and be professional is because of y'all. I really just seriously appreciate everyone so much. Very kind of you. And yeah, by the way, guys, I just want to put it out there again. This is maybe the last live on TikTok for a while. Make sure to follow us on other platforms. Check out the link in the bio.
In a while being, it could be 36 hours or it could be, we have no clue how long. It could be weeks. Like actually it could be weeks.
It could just never be again. So, yeah, make sure to follow Instagram, X, YouTube. I will be starting a daily show on YouTube, getting ready to build out the studio. By the way, we are going to start building out the studio on the 23rd. So I don't know how long it'll take. I'm thinking the things that will take the longest, I got to paint the walls. And by the way, super nice for the landlord to give me permission to do this all. I just have to make sure that if I ever leave, it's back to its prior state. We got to paint the walls. Got to get a carpenter in there to build some cabinets. I got to put some stuff on the cabinets. Got to get a desk, a new PC, another camera, 2 capture cards, lighting, then a sound, a new mic stand, new mic cover, and then sound paneling. And that's the build. That's the build. So I can't wait. It's going to be super duper exciting, and I'm going to have so much fun with it. Then, of course, Lindsay, thank you for the $55.55. Let's get 55 big booms for Lindsay Double in that chat saying, gonna miss your lives. Well, I appreciate you for the love, Lindsay. And Ashley, did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
And Lindsay as well. Thank you for the. Sorry, I don't.
No,
Go. Lindsay, thank you for the $55.55. Thank you as well. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna miss these TikTok lives so much as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We will be on YouTube, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Lindsay. I really appreciate that. And Layla, thank you so much for the $30. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. And Kiara, thank you for the $2.50. And also, Caddy, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Yes, I did. Actually, I did. And I go ahead, Ashley.
God.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. This is my first time speaking with you guys. I'm from Texas, and I voted for Trump. I'm 40 years old, mother of 3 boys, all grown. But I have been watching you and Parker and Harry and everyone for probably over a year. And I hear all of these people come on and you ask them, why did you vote for Trump? Why did you support Trump? And they all will give specific reasons or whatnot, but they don't really delve down into exactly what it is that Trump did. And you guys spew off all of these facts and things. And I don't know if you guys just have notes in front of you or if this is just knowledge that you guys have retained or whatnot, but I just want to talk to you about why I voted for Trump. So we'll start with what everybody else starts with, tariffs and things of that nature. He imposed tariffs on hundreds of billions worth of Chinese goods to protect American jobs and stop China's abuses. I think it's Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962.
So can we try to make this more concise? I do apologize, and I don't want that to come off as rude, but you've just been talking for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds now, and I feel for us to be able to really hear what you're saying, it will have to be a little bit more concise, or we'll probably forget a lot of what you're saying.
Okay. So, like I said, I was talking about the tariffs. You all, Parker, a lot of times says that you understand that when he imposes these tariffs, that it affects the low income and middle class families or whatnot because prices and things of that increase. But what are the positive things that tariffs can do for us? Because you guys don't ever talk about that. Y'all all look like these tariffs that he's imposing are negative.
So I actually do. You just don't listen to me that closely. So tariffs can drive a higher level of domestic production of goods by pricing goods made in America back in a market by artificially raising the price of goods produced outside of America. So my position on tariffs is that there's just other ways to achieve that same end goal without causing inflation, such as the idea that if we were to just invest raw capital into building more infrastructure for the manufacturing sector in America, they would be operating in a higher productive capacity, meaning that they could produce their goods for lower price. And that is how we incentivize a higher level of domestic production of goods, with a bigger amount of dominance over the national and global markets without the same bad side effects of tariffs such as inflation and reduction of our own exports. Biden and Harris did this with the Chips and Science Act, invested $27 billion into U.S. chip producers, bumped us up 20% in our dominance in global chip supply. Pretty cool.
Well, okay, so we'll hop off tariffs then, and let's go with like economy and jobs. Let's go with economy and jobs.
I bet the reason why you want to hop off tariffs is because like my position on that is just the best. I mean, like seriously, I wish that more mainstream politicians would reason like me and come to the conclusion that you could achieve the same end goal without tariffs, but they don't. I'd also like to thank Annie. Thank you so much for the $50 on PayPal.
I mean, I could go.
I want to see at least 500 big W's for Annie down below in that chat. And I see that your message is a little bit sensitive and personal, so I'm going to make sure that I read that myself, but I don't really want to share it due to its personal nature. But thank you so much for the love, Annie. Let's get at least 500 big W's for Annie, as well as June. Thank you for the $20 donation on Venmo towards the studio fund. Thank you, June. Huma, thank you for the $25 donation on Venmo, saying thank you both, Dean and Parker, for the education and entertainment. Wishing you the both the best and hoping to see you in the future. I appreciate that, Huma.
And Huma, thank you for the $25 as well. Thank you so much, Huma. I appreciate it. And Dean, I think the $2. They said, Dean, you should check out that because I think you missed their message. And then McKenna, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks for that.
So I don't have to hop off tariffs, but I didn't want to just specifically take up your life specifically just on this particular topic because there's so many things that we could address. But like he approved tariffs on like. It was like 1.8 billion in imports of like washing machines and like 8.5 billion in solar panels. He blocked like illegal timber from Peru. He took action against France for like.
How does this respond? Like, I'm so sorry, Ashley. How does this respond to what I said?
Because I'm telling you the positive things that he did.
Okay, but
that are positive. Have a positive effect on the low income and middle class families.
Can you please give me a response to what I said?
I mean, well, you said a lot. I don't know. You were specifically stating that I wanted to hop off the tariff conversation because your response was.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Ashley. I appreciate you for coming up and being kind and respectful. We are just gonna move on to the next guest. And I kind of feel bad for kicking you. I always feel bad for kicking people. But I appreciate you for coming up. That just wasn't a productive conversation. Lawrence, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, holy shit.
Oh, I've talked to you before.
Dude,
what's up, man? How y'all been doing, brother?
Someone screenshotted my response to Donald Trump Jr. on Twitter and posted it out on Reddit and has 40K upvotes in 8 hours.
That's crazy.
Wow, yeah.
What were you gonna say, Lawrence?
I say, yeah. I hope for the best. I didn't think Kamala and Biden ran a very good, campaign, and at the point that we're at now, I think Trump may do well. Hopefully, we're gonna see.
It's Kamala won, but can you name like a Trump policy you like?
The fact that he's stepping in already to ban TikTok. I mean, not ban TikTok.
Okay, so is that it? Is there any other policy? Because that's that's something that he created in the first place. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, that's something that the Republicans in his campaign created. But in 4 years, you can change. You don't have to say the same.
Sure. You can save the thing that you tried to get rid of. But
Wait, and also, could I just point out the fact that, I agree with you. That is something really good that Trump wants to do. We're in a unilateral agreement. But I think that there's more pressing issues in saving TikTok that still constitute a vote for Kamala Harris.
It's also not a
policy.
Justified.
Wait, really? I mean, I feel like free speech and not forcing a company to sell to U.S. is a pretty big deal.
I think it's a big deal in this context. But Donald Trump doesn't care about free speech because he wanted to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag, which the Supreme Court's already determined is a violation of the First Amendment.
Well, how do you say that he doesn't care about free speech if he's the one that's saying that he wants to save TikTok? The person that you guys voted for was the one that put the ban and then left the ban and made it sure it was banned the day.
And Biden did a bad thing. This is where Trump takes a W and Biden takes an L. Trump absolutely clears Biden on the issue relating to the TikTok ban, but I would rather lose access to TikTok knowing that the 60 great victims per day that are denied access to healthcare gain access to healthcare, right?
I wouldn't, all the things that exist about Donald Trump are significantly worse than what we'd mentioned specifically. Like, I would rather TikTok be banned than have Trump as president. Like, if we could make it so that Trump democratically wasn't going to be the president of the United States, right, but TikTok would be banned, I would prefer that scenario.
Okay, and then I think the other very important thing is that he was the leading cause of the ceasefire in Israel and.
No, he wasn't. That's not true.
I want an argument. Give me the argument.
Actually, Lawrence, the reason why it happened later on, is because he urged Netanyahu to not accept a ceasefire. So you might be right in the sense that like the reason why it happened right now could be because of Trump, but it's not in like a good way. The ceasefire happened later on because of Trump. More people died because of Trump. It was less pro-peace because of Trump, because Trump cared more about being elected than there actually being peace.
Can I now hear your argument, Lawrence?
What do you mean? Those are both my arguments. Those are two very recent.
You made a claim. Give me an argument for this idea that Trump is what influenced the ceasefire. I want to hear it.
Well, I mean, Netanyahu literally made a statement today in saying that him and Trump had an agreement of the ceasefire, and that Trump says that. I mean, Netanyahu claims that it's only going to be temporary, but a ceasefire now is way better than anything that we've done so far.
Okay, so Trump influenced Netanyahu to accept it. So in other words, Netanyahu, bitch, by the way, the ceasefire was on his fucking desk 8 months ago, offered by Hamas, pushed for by the Biden-Harris administration, waited until after the election was finished in order to accept it, influenced by Donald Trump. So in other words, what Parker said is not only objectively correct, but it's also something that you happen to agree with. You are literally saying that, yes, Donald Trump influenced the ceasefire agreement to be postponed by 8 months, meaning that more hellfire was rained on innocent Palestinians. And that's supposed to be a good thing?
In what way? I mean, Biden and the Democrats on the left haven't went for a ceasefire whatsoever. If anything,
Yes, the ceasefire agreement that was accepted by Netanyahu post-election was offered to Netanyahu 8 months ago. Yes. By the way, Hamas has offered
That's by Biden.
ceasefire agreements in total over the course of the last 15 months as well.
I mean, let's not get it confused that I think Netanyahu's a warmonger and I think a G-side is happening over there, but I also think that Trump has a better chance of stopping it than Biden does, and I think it's proven that the left is funded just as much, if not more, by...
What you just acknowledged is that Donald Trump extended the G-side for a longer period of time because he urged Netanyahu to continue it, because he wanted to win.
How did he... I mean... I feel like
they had a ceasefire deal, the same one we're referencing. I think it was in March.
That's kind of completely false, though, because all the left had to do was say free Palestine one time, and they probably could have won the vote. But they chose not to for a very good reason. And as a former person that was on the left, that's something that they should have definitely stood with and been very...
Lawrence, okay. Although I agree, I wish they would have done that. I don't think that would have won them the election. So I think to reduce it down to that is a little bit... I think it's reducing the complexity of why people get elected a little bit too much. But like, yeah, I mean, I think it was a huge factor that could have made people feel like disenfranchised who were already on the left. But those people likely just didn't vote.
I mean, I think that
the summation of our position, Trump is worse for Palestine.
I don't think so. That's what I mean. I think I personally.
I mean, like for instance,
I just explained it though.
And at a rally in New Brunswick, New Jersey, where he said that we unconditionally support Israel and we will continue to.
I think our government.
Do you mind if you let me finish? Sir?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
And we will continue to give Israel more funding, money, and weapons until they quote unquote win the war. He also said that they need to quote unquote finish what they started, as well as he said quote unquote, I will not insist on humanitarian aid like Biden did.
Like I said before, I think that our country is low-key run by Israel, so no matter what they have to say, but Trump has done a lot more for the ceasefire so far and actually pushed it.
Low-key run by Israel. So are you all right?
What? No, I'm very against two-form government. I think we should pick out of 5 parties if I was in the power.
So what do you mean do you think like big companies are also run by Israel?
Well, a lot of big ones are. Some are.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I just think that this is a dog whistle for.
Wait, he answered it in a way in which could not be.
Not really. Which? I mean, in which.
One second. I want to allow Parker to speak. I think that this is a dog whistle for anti-Semitism, and the reason that I say that is because like the statement that like, oh, the government's run by the quote-unquote Jews, or
no, that's not true.
By the quote-unquote one second, or run by the quote-unquote Jews. Like these statements, these propositions have been like pretty unilaterally accepted as anti-Semitic. And anytime, dude, do you have any personal control? And anytime anyone says these things, right, they're automatically isolated to these alt-right echo chambers with like other neo-Nazis and groypers. But what individuals on the alt-right or a self-proclaimed quote-unquote independent like you are now doing is instead of saying that the government is run by the quote-unquote Jews, you're just saying that, well, Israel has established itself in our government. You say things like Israeli individuals are the ones that are behind the scenes pulling the trigger or running the companies, etc. And now you say that because it appeals to this idea that the state of Israel is bad, when in all reality you're just trying to shit on Jewish people.
Not at all. I mean, let's talk about AIPAC then. What is that?
AIPAC is a really shitty fund funded by the state of
the
Israel
American
that
Israel
pays
lobby.
that pays individuals to act in accordance with Israel. But like, and that is Israeli influence on American politics.
Wait,
but
and
we also see like influence on American politics from other PACs that spend more money. A good example would be like Meta paid individuals $7 million. Okay, bro.
We have a conversation back and forth. That's what I mean. Like I asked what it was, but AIPAC is more than that because one, they don't have to actually sign as a foreign affair. They're the only PAC that does that. And that's not that's not.
We don't disagree with the fact that they need to do that. What you're not understanding though is like here's a point of misclarification. I think that there's a misclarification in the point where you answered the question. You said that there was a lot of big businesses that could have some sort of like connection with Israel. Like that's a different statement than what that Dean was asking for. He was asking like, do you believe that like essentially everything is controlled by Israel? Because like they have huge influence. We're not disputing that, right? Like plenty of other countries, like Russia, has huge influence over American politics as well, right?
But by the way,
but like to single out specifically Israel, I don't think is like particularly true in this case. Even though, like again, I'm not like a
yeah. By the way,
person.
fuck AIPAC.
I'm pro-Palestine, right?
One second.
I'm clarifying.
Fuck AIPAC. Okay, right. Fuck the state of Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu should be arrested in accordance with the warrant out for him by the ICJ, right? They are killing innocent Palestinians in the droves, and they have been. In fact, they ethnically cleansed 750,000 of them during the Nakba, right? We are incredibly pro-Palestine. However, I feel as if the rhetoric in which you're using goes from being pro-Palestine, anti-death, to just like pro-anti-Semitism. And there's a very like thin line there, because a lot of individuals on the alt-right have infiltrated this pro-Palestine movement with no real care for the life of Muslims. In fact, they're just as Islamophobic as they are anti-Semitic. But it is the case that they put that flag in their bio and they say that pro-Palestine slogan because they just hate Jewish people. And like typically, those are the only type of people that will come on platforms and say, well, it's the quote-unquote Jewish people or the Israeli individuals that are controlling the government, that are controlling the companies, that control the wealth, that own the banks, etc. And that's where it becomes a big issue.
I understand that. I don't appreciate you grouping me with those people. I've done my research and I haven't really made any type of drastic statement like that. I just said that there's a lot of Israeli influence inside of our government and inside of our Congress that I don't agree with. And I think that...
Well, your prior statement was that they ran the government. They run the big companies.
Well, I mean, if you watch the 60-minute interview with the Mossad agent, he literally sat down and said, we pay and we know who's going to be the political leaders because that's the type of influence we have. And if we don't play along, and if the government doesn't play along, then they're not going to be a part of politics anymore.
So would you say that Israel, quote unquote, runs the government in the same way that like Meta runs the government because they also pay individuals in Congress to make decisions? Because if so, then you're right. But I more so heard you proposing a belief along the lines of they are the unilateral like dictatorial controller of the government.
Well, I think that the influence is a lot greater when you have Mossad, which is basically comparable to CIA. When that has an involvement in the government, that's not nearly as much as something like Meta. Meta doesn't have people like the Mossad that work for them. Meta is a social media company. Once you have Mossad and something that's...
Okay, I don't even know what Mossad is, so maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong, because I don't even know what Mossad is.
Mossad is basically Israel's form of CIA, and they use them as influence into our government.
Yeah, so like again, like you're just trying to say like I don't see how like there would be much of a distinction, right? In saying like just like we agree with that there is a lot of influence from things like AIPAC and Israel within American politics. We totally agree with that, but I don't think it's like we would say like Israel's running the government, right? Or like Israel's running these businesses. I think it's clear. It's just like, oh, they have a lot of influence over politicians,
But that's
through their lobbying. That's how I would define it.
but in a way though, if they have that much influence, that means that they influence the decision and the decision making.
The NRA has lots of influence.
If you even go, but not as much influence. Even if you go all the way.
What do you? Okay, so like when you say not as much influence, does that mean because one entity has more influence than another that somehow is running everything?
Well, I'll give
because it has more influence.
I'll give you a perfect example. The reason, even George Bush has came out then and said this himself, the reason that we went over to Iraq and to Afghanistan is because Netanyahu was the leader of saying.
How about you say, instead of saying that Israel is the influencer of our government, how about just real quick, how about instead of saying, I just have a really good idea that may like save us like maybe we're speaking past one another. Just let me proposition my idea. Instead of saying that Israel's the influencer of our government, how about we just say that Israel has an influence on our government? Because as we've like pointed out, there's a multitude of other influences on the government of our country, and let's just say that Israel's one of those.
It's the main one, so it's different. You can say that they have multiple influences. I can agree with that. But Mossad and Israel have came out themselves and said there's a reason they're called our greatest ally, because they're also our greatest influence. And so back to my point, if you look back when we entered Afghanistan, when we entered Iraq, the reason that we entered that was because Israel and people like Netanyahu said, oh, they have weapons of mass destruction. We need America to go over there. And because of that, we went over there. And at a time in like 2025 and 2024, if I'm a voter, I believe as someone that used to be left, the left should be very, very against everything that they stand for at this point in time. And so I can't align with someone like Kamala when her beliefs don't line up with what.
Her name's Kamala, by the way.
Sorry, the mispronunciation. But
so I just want to put it out there, like AI PAC is the fourth biggest PAC donating to congressmen in our government. So in the same way that you'd say Israel runs our government, would you say that the American Crystal Sugar PAC runs our government?
Not at all. If you
say that Blue Cross Blue Shield, okay, come on.
Actually, from your I don't understand why from your perspective, you wouldn't say that. It's like that's not like an insane reductio.
That's why I think that like this kind of bleeds into anti-Semitism, because apparently Israel controls all of our government.
No,
and American Crystal Sugar PAC controls none of our government, even though like the American Crystal Sugar PAC gives more to our politicians than Israel.
Yeah, but are you looking at total funding, or are you only looking at the right or the left? Because
I'm looking at the total funding. I'm looking at the total funding.
What are the numbers? Like what does it say?
Yeah, for 23 through 24, Israel gave 2.6 million. American Crystal Sugar gave 2.68 million. Blue Cross Blue Shield gave 2.7 million, and then National Association of Realtors gave 3.7 million. Which, by the way, now that I'm looking at that, that's like a really bad thing. A National Association of Realtors. Anyways, yeah, there's that. Maybe that's why our government doesn't pass like any housing affordability policy, because
or like the health insurance company. That's why we don't have universal health care. Like,
fuck.
Evan, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1.25. And Thomas, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, but an example of all those other ones don't actually.
Yeah, if you want to know who runs our country, landlords run our country. Can I say that? In the same way you could say Israel runs our country, can I say landlords run our country?
I mean, if you have enough information to back it up, then I guess. Like, what?
You know, a leftist would be like, yes, they do.
So what we're demonstrating is that there's multiple influences on what happens in our Congress. I'm totally fine with saying that Israel is an influence of the decision-making processes in our Congress. I'm even totally fine with saying that Israel is one of the biggest influences on the decision-making processes, external influences on the decision-making processes in our Congress. But as soon as we kind of isolate for Israel alone and we don't allow for conversations about these other PACs that are literally bigger and other external influences, I just don't really like where that rhetoric leads us.
But none of those others have to report. None of the Congress have to report to them. Congress and senators, a lot on the right side, which is unfortunate, but same on the left, have to report to people in AIPAC before they make decisions and make votes.
I mean, how do you know that that's not true of like American Crystal Sugar, Blue Cross, or National Association of Realtors? Like, I'm guessing if like National Association of Realtors is paying them $3.7 million, they're obviously going to do that for a reason, right?
Well, it doesn't seem like anybody on the left or the right in Congress or senators have ever said anything about it. Bernie Sanders came out and said
Because I feel like they probably pay them to stay quiet about policy regarding housing affordability. That's my idea.
So you think that they pay them not to say anything?
Yeah, about housing. Like, dude, when was the last time we had policy in Congress for housing affordability?
I mean, I don't know. You'd have to tell me.
Yeah. Do realtors make more money the more expensive houses are?
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, realtors keep on making money. I mean,
Yeah. Like, why is it like 2025 and we still don't have any policy to prevent these monopolistic, multinational, billion-dollar conglomerates from buying like single-family homes? like, you know what I mean?
well, I think that's because a lot of the time when people in the left and on the Democratic side actually get elected and then they get into office, they don't follow through on the policies that they say they're going to do. Which is,
and maybe the reason that they do that is because of the National Association of Realtors that pays them $3.7 million a year to do so, you know?
So yeah, like there'd be certain people in Congress that can prevent policy, even though there are certain people in Congress who are fighting for that policy. So it's not as simple as like there's just like one sort of person who can decide it all. It's really like it's a lot more complex than that. Like there's many moderates within Congress that are specifically not going to support this particular policy, right? And they're even on the Democratic side, which restricts us from getting us to the 51 or to the 60 necessary to get these things passed. So like it's a lot more than just like we don't have anyone fighting for this, or it's just that they pay off everyone. It's not that they pay off everyone. You don't have to pay off everyone. Right, you can donate to some people's campaigns to influence their positions without influencing everyone, and still influence policy in a way in which is going to yield the outcome that you want. Because not everyone has to agree with your position within Congress.
But is there anything else that you want to go over, man? I'm pretty sure that we both have good points.
well, I just would like to know why you guys would continue to, I guess, vote left if just the last 4 years, a lot of the policies that they said were going to happen and said the changes that they were going to make didn't really come to fruition. And I'm not saying on the right side.
The only promise that I could think of that Biden made and didn't pull through with was the wealth tax.
Okay. Yeah, like can you name some of these like things he brought up that he didn't do? I can bring up another one like minimum wage. But that's because of again Congress.
I just feel like even the way that he left office was so out of spite and trying to basically pin as much bad things / make it as difficult to take transition into the country as possible. And I feel like as a president, you're supposed to want your country to win. You're supposed to want your country to be in the best position possible. But if anything, he just pinned a whole bunch of difficult things onto.
No, he passed some of the most monumental legislation in modern U.S. history. Name one bad bill that he influenced to get passed through Congress.
I guess name one good bill that.
Of course, the infrastructure bill that invested $1 trillion into local communities across the U.S. to spur their economies and to create new infrastructure while also creating new construction jobs. The Chips and Science Act, a $27 billion investment into the expansion of U.S. chip producers. Right now, we're producing less than 1% of the global chip supply. In the next 5 years, we'll be producing 20. The PACT Act that invested $800 million into the expansion of VA healthcare benefits. 1 million veterans that were not covered by the VA are now covered because of Joe Biden and the PACT Act. And there's a million other examples that we could look at, such as the Inflation Reduction Act, which invested money into fracking while also making the biggest multi-million-dollar investment into renewable energy resources in the long term, while also being deficit reducing over the 10 years. The insulin cap at $35, for instance. Like, there is so much good policy that was passed under the Biden-Harris administration, and nobody wants to fucking talk about it. And I will absolutely say a certain amount of the reason why nobody wants to talk about it is because Biden and Harris did not boast their accomplishments as much as they should have, and they didn't expect the American people to be so adjacent towards educating themselves on their policy.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Adjacent, I just don't agree with that. The reason that they lost is because they didn't run a campaign the right way.
Absolutely not. The reason that they lost was because of the inflation and economic turmoil, which was caused by COVID. 33% of respondents to exit polls in the 2024 election indicated that was the case. And the biggest reason for you to believe this was that incumbents typically win elections. However, in the 2024 election cycle on the global stage, which was a big year, by the way, the incumbents typically lost, right? For that same reason, right? Constituents of countries, of democracies across our globe all blame things like inflation and like slight amount of economic recession on the incumbent presidency, and that's why they voted them out. It didn't just happen in America where Biden and Harris lost the incumbency, but it also happened in so many other countries across our world.
Well, so where I'll disagree first off is I think, one, they knew Joe Biden was incompetent many more months before.
Nice. So this is a really good way not to respond to any of my points. You're doing great, Lawrence.
Well, because you just didn't respond to any of my points, because I tried to tell you that I think the reason that they lost is because they didn't run the campaign the right way. First off, Joe Biden should have handed it over to her way earlier because they knew he was incompetent. Instead, they wait until the first debate. Joe Biden gets demolished. And then obviously everyone's like, hold on, Joe Biden is incompetent. We should probably hand it off. Then when she gets into a debate, she demolishes him. And then Trump refuses to debate her anymore. And that was where their problem was, is as soon as that happened, her team should have met together and said,
Okay. So I agree that it would have been significantly better. No, I agree that it would have been significantly better for the Democrats if Kamala Harris had like ran in the primaries, for instance, and had a longer time to run her campaign. However, this doesn't dispute that the biggest reason they lost is the one that I named. Additionally speaking, this doesn't respond to anything that I said. You said that they passed bad policy. I asked you to name one bad policy. You couldn't answer, so you pivot, asked me for their good policy. I spent 2 minutes talking about their good policy, and then you just talk about how incompetent he is, not completely ignoring everything that I said. And then I responded to that by saying, well, that's not the biggest reason they lost. And then I named the biggest reason that they lost. So then you just repeat the reason that you gave. How come you are so adverse to responding to anything that I ask or anything that I say? I kind of just feel like you want to drill down your own points, and you don't really want there to exist an opportunity of like genuine conversation on these issues.
well, you named a bunch of good policies. What am I supposed to say? Oh, those are bad policies?
So then why did you say that they passed bad policy when in all reality they passed good policy?
No, I said I asked you. I never said that they passed bad policy.
You sure did.
No, I didn't. I said that he pinned a whole bunch of stuff onto Trump right before he's about to leave office and made it look like a bad look right before he made it more difficult for him to transition into office. And then you said that he left him with a whole bunch of great policies. And I said, oh, well, name a good policy. And you named a bunch. And those are good points. I can't argue and say, oh, those are bad.
Okay.
And that's why
you want to go over?
And that's why I transitioned into, I think that they didn't run their campaign the right way. And if anything, I think as soon as Trump denied that he didn't want to debate anymore, is that she should have followed him. Basically, any podcast that he did, she should have done. She should have went on.
But I think the main purpose of this live is like why you support Trump. And like, yeah, we could have like a conversation to evaluate the efficacies of the campaigns. Obviously, Trump had a more efficacious campaign ran. However, I still believe that he was not the better candidate, right? And I thought that we were here today to discuss who the better candidate was.
Well, and that's why I think that Trump is a better candidate, because I think he
ran a better campaign.
He ran a better campaign.
Whoa! Holy shit! Wait! Who's a better candidate in 2020?
Huh?
Who was a better candidate in 2020?
Joe Biden. He ran a better campaign.
So literally, whoever wins an election is a better candidate?
Well, obviously, that's why they win.
Okay, so who's a better candidate in Germany in the 1920s and 30s? Hitler or whoever the hell Hitler was running against?
Well, obviously, to the German people, that's who they thought should win.
So Hitler was a better candidate?
That's what they thought at the time. Obviously, it turned
I'm asking you what
terrible.
You think.
Obviously, it turned out terrible. No.
Okay, so no, just because you win an election doesn't automatically make you the better candidate, right?
They think you're the better candidate at that time. Yes, it does.
Well, I'm not. You're telling me what people think. I'm asking you what's actually true, and we can evaluate what's actually true.
You can only evaluate
skills.
You can only evaluate
like Lawrence. You're not even having a debate with me. Like when you tell me that more people in America thought that Trump was a better candidate than Kamala Harris, that's a fact. Okay? And if that wasn't a fact, I wouldn't be live having these discussions. The point of these lives is to use critical thought, is to evaluate reality as it exists, look at their relative campaigns, look at their policy, and have a conversation about which candidate would have been more efficacious for America. Right? I believe that Kamala Harris would have been significantly more efficacious for the total well-being, not just of America, but of the global global relations and individuals across the earth than Donald Trump. And you saying that because he ran a better campaign and more individuals voted for him, that's false, is a false,
I feel as though since he's won the presidency, I feel like all those points that you just made have been proven false, where the
what
world...
point did I make that's been proven false?
well, our relations with Russia are significantly better since he's taken
Because
off.
Trump gives Putin what he wants, and Putin knows that. There's leaked Kremlin documents where he literally called Trump easy to manipulate, not to talk about the fact that Russia has interfered with the last 3 elections to get Trump elected. Russia has very bad goals, and we probably shouldn't want someone in office that makes it easier for Russia to achieve those goals.
So you want us to have bad relations with Russia?
If we have bad relations with Russia because we don't allow them to commit humanitarian disasters and we don't give up red lines on obvious moral truths, such as the fact that individuals in the state of Ukraine have the right to self-determine and Russia should not ingress upon that self-determination, abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I disagree with your stance on the whole Russian and Ukrainian war because I feel like I feel like with Trump, Putin is.
Wait. You don't think that that Ukraine has a right to self-determination? Are you kidding me?
I think they have a right to self-determination, but I think.
So what I say you disagree with?
I think our relations and Trump. I think Putin acts better when Trump is in presidency, and he doesn't go stomping into Ukraine when Trump is in presidency. That's why we have better relations with him. You can say.
Okay, so you're saying because Russia didn't invade Ukraine under Trump's presidency, that means that Trump prevented it?
Well,
You don't have any evidence to suggest that hypothesis is true. That's literally pure speculation. I could just posit the hypothesis that Putin wanted Trump to be elected, so he had time to get ready for the invasion of Ukraine. He knew that it'd take more than 5 years under Biden and Harris, so then he'd finish it out with a final stretch under Trump again, and he had planned to interfere with the 2024 election once again because he knew that it'd be easier to finish the invasion under Trump, and which is proven to be true. Like, I posit a hypothesis that is just as exactly. I posit a hypothetical situation in which is just as speculative and lack of logic as and lack of reason as yours, and seemingly we both yield like opposing conclusions. That's why it is important for us to justify what we believe in with fact.
Well, it's a fact that under Trump's presidency, our relations with Russia and our relations across the world and war, quote unquote, was better during his 4 years than they were.
Yeah, but you're drawing the speculatory conclusion that Trump caused that. And you're drawing the speculatory conclusion that Biden caused it to be worse. Like, we know that Democrats strung more in opposition to Russia than Republicans. Do you reject that?
So what would you say?
Democrats have a higher level of anti-Russian sentiment than Republicans.
And I mean, I feel like it doesn't really change between left and right. I feel like
Absolutely it does. Just look at like support for funding and weapons to Ukraine. Of course it changes based upon side.
So you think we should keep on funding Ukraine?
Absolutely.
That's interesting. So more than we fund our own country, you think we should keep funding?
Okay, Lawrence, that was some dumb shit. Less than 2% of our federal expenditure every fiscal year goes to other countries, and 1/32 of our military budget on its own goes to Ukraine. Dumb shit.
I mean, we still have funded Ukraine in, I think, most Americans.
That's not the claim that you made. You didn't make the claim that we're funding Ukraine. You made the claim that we're funding Ukraine more than America.
No, I made the claim that we fund them more than is necessary, and we should spend even more funding on the problems that we have here in America.
No, you literally. Oh wait, we should spend even more funding. How much did Biden and Harris spend over their 4 years? $4.6 trillion. How much of that went to Ukraine?
I don't know. Tell me.
110 billion.
110 billion, and you believe those numbers just because that's what's printed on a piece of paper, even though there's all this proof of different fraud and different people committing it.
In order for a federal government to give money to Ukraine, they have to pass an appropriations bill through Congress. So unless Congress.gov is lying to me, absolutely.
All right. Well, yeah, most likely. What do you mean? It's fraud.
Okay, so this is what happens to conspiratorial. This is what happens to conspiracy theorists. Is you get walked back in your beliefs so fucking hard because I'm right and you're wrong. So instead of just accepting reality, you deny reality and assume that Congress.gov is lying to you.
How is that a conspiracy? What do you mean?
Wait, you're asking me how it's a conspiracy theory that Congress.gov is lying to you about what appropriation bills they pass and what appropriation bills they don't pass? Come on.
No, how much is sent and how much things actually cost. The IRS and everybody and in the Pentagon, there's a reason they fail audits every single year. They don't actually spend the money that they're actually spending and say they're spending. That's the whole entire point.
Brandon, thank you so much for the $5 on PayPal. So could you give me absolutely any evidence that the money that we've appropriated for Ukraine hasn't actually gone to Ukraine? No? You can't.
The reason that they fail the audit and then they don't make any of it public. So obviously it has to be.
Wait. Show me where they failed an audit specifically, as it would, contain.
Pentagon. Go look it up. The Pentagon hasn't passed an audit in 7 years or 8 years straight.
So show me where the Pentagon failed to audit specifically for funding for Ukraine.
What do you mean?
By the way,
they failed to audit for all their spending. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. So this makes sense. So you don't have evidence for your hypothesis.
The Pentagon is who spends that money. The Pentagon is who spends the money.
So you're saying that sometime our government lies, so they're probably lying about this too.
Well, if you fail an audit single year, that means
yeah. Wait. So you're saying that the Pentagon has failed every audit in the last 7 years, which means the Pentagon has probably lied about funding to Ukraine. I have a question. Do you think that our military runs covert operations?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So they probably ran a covert operation on September 11th, 2001, and Bush did 9/11. That's your logic.
The fact that you said this is how much we spend. You said this is how much we send to Ukraine every year. You said, how can you prove that we don't spend this? And there's obviously misfunding, which is a reason the Pentagon fails to audit every single year. If they don't
I dispute that. No, demonstrate to me that the allotted funding for Ukraine is the reason that Pentagon has been failing audits prior to when we allotted funding for Ukraine. What?
If you fail an audit and then don't show proof of how you're actually spending the money, that means that part of the money that you spend, like Ukraine, like Israel, like everything else that they supposedly spend on, that means that that's part of the audit and misspending and misfunding.
So how do you know that it's specifically misappropriated to Ukraine? Because you understand that it's not just us like spending money on something that we can't track or no one else can track. It is literally spending money on another fucking country, dude. No, our government would not lie about foreign aid specifically to a country such as Ukraine, because then all of a sudden, right, everyone in Ukraine is like, where the fuck is the money that Congress relegated to us? It's just conspiratorial nonsense that we have a lot of reason not to believe. It's insane. However, if it was just my live and I was on here on my own, I'd kick you right now. But I did want to give Athena the mic to go over your claim that Trump is better for Palestine.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Dean, by the way. Hi, Parker. I just wanted to ask, Lawrence, do you actually genuinely believe that Trump is better for Palestine?
Yeah.
How?
Because I feel like it's a very softball question and a very easy answer for the left and someone like Biden to say, I stand with Palestine and free Palestine, since he's on the left. And so it's a very easy thing. So if he can't even come out and say that, that means that even though you're liberal and you should be on the left and you should be standing with Palestine, that you, for whatever reason, can't come out and say that because the people that are around you or the Congress that's around you or the government that's around you doesn't allow you to say that. And I have a very...
So Biden is not a leftist, first of all. And I don't know why you brought up Biden when my question was, how is Trump better for Palestine? Can you please explain to me how Trump is better for Palestine without bringing Biden up?
Because if I can't trust someone that obviously should stand with Palestine, I'm going to trust someone that at least has brought a ceasefire to an agreement.
How did Trump bring the ceasefire?
I mean, that's what
Trump did not bring the
Netanyahu.
Trump did not bring the ceasefire.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, but Trump did not bring the ceasefire. Have you heard of the Abraham Accords?
Then also 5 seconds. This guy's saying that he cares about Palestine, but then assumes that Netanyahu tells the truth. Just saying. But go ahead. Cover.
Yeah.
I mean, Hamas
like, first
also
of all,
gave him credit.
Have you?
Hamas also gave him credit.
Have you? Hamas gave Trump credit for it?
Yeah, just go look it up.
Give me that statement, because I read that statement from Hamas, by the way. Not once did they mention Trump.
It's on Al Jazeera, and it's just on Haaretz, too. Hamas gave...
You're telling me that Hamas said thank you, Trump, for the ceasefire? Is that what you're saying?
They gave Trump credit.
Because I read Hamas's statement. They did not mention it. Lawrence, did Hamas say that?
Yes, they gave Trump credit for for bringing the ceasefire to agreement and pushing.
Okay, where is the source for that, please?
Just look it up on Google.
Can you give me like a particular source?
I mean, there's Al Jazeera, there's a bunch of stuff. If you just Google Hamas gives credit to Trump for ceasefire, there's going to be multiple articles that pop up. I'm not by a computer. I'm on my phone.
No. I just looked it up. It just says Trump claims credit for Gaza. It doesn't say Hamas gave him credit. Because I read the Hamas statement, by the way, that they released. They also held a speech out in Gaza. In that speech, they didn't mention him once. They mentioned the martyrs. They mentioned the number of, like, the level of sacrifice that was given. And then they mentioned the fact that regardless of how small they are, how small Gaza is, that Israel couldn't defeat them. That's what they said in that speech. So where in that speech or statement did they mention Trump? They didn't mention him once.
Okay. Then let's say whatever Hamas did not give him credit and it's fake news, then Netanyahu.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then so who gets the credit for the ceasefire then? Because
Hamas. I would say the people who participate in that ceasefire, specifically people in Gaza, would get the full credit for it. Not Biden, not Trump, not the American government that has actively been funding the genocide of Palestinian people. I don't think the government that has actively funded the genocide of Palestinian people is going to get credit for a ceasefire. So again,
my point is that you're saying that, right? And the people that were in control of the government was Biden and them, was the left. That's who was funding it. That's who was in control.
So Biden is not the left. Yes. And when Trump was in power, he decided to recognize Jerusalem, going against all of Israel's allies. By the way, all of Israel's allies don't recognize Jerusalem as the capital city of Israel. Yet Trump decided to recognize in 2017 Jerusalem as the capital city of Israel, which heightened already high tensions, escalating tensions. Second of all, Trump also pushed for the Abraham Accords in 2020, right? The bilateral agreements between Arab countries and Israel to normalize relations between the two, which completely erased the Palestinian cause. Like when Hamas were deciding to do October the 7th and were deciding to kind of go up against Israel, they literally said they wanted to put Palestine on the map again, or active in the political discourse again, because they felt like the Palestinian cause was being actively erased because of normalization politics between Israel and other Arab countries, which was pushed for by the Abraham Accords by Trump. He actively erased the Palestinian cause from the narrative because he was pushing Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia, like the Emirates, like Jordan, Egypt, to continue normalizing with the oppressors. And not only that, do you know what Trump said in 2024 on October 22, my birthday, by the way? You know what he said when he was asked about the Abraham Accords again a year after the genocide started? This is what Trump said. Let's hear him out. Hold on.
On the Abraham Accord, will you expand it when you come to the White House?
Everyone wants to be in it. They could have done it. I mean, all you need is an order.
The question is, would you expand the Abraham Accords once you get into the White House?
On the Abraham Accord, will you expand it when you come to the White House?
Everyone wants to be in it. They could have done it. I mean, all you need is an order clerk. Everybody wanted to go in. We would have had it. We would have had 12 to 15 countries within a period of, literally within a period of a year, I think, at the most. They have none. They added none. And everybody respects it. You know, they respect it so much. But look, the framework is there. All they have to do is be inserted. And that'll happen very quickly. If I win, that will be an absolute priority. Just getting everybody in. It's peace in the Middle East. We need it. And it's very important. And
he is saying that other Arab countries normalizing with the colonial state of Israel is peace in the Middle East.
And
Not only that,
when was this? Sorry?
This was on October the 22nd, 2024, when he had an interview with Al Arabiya.
Okay.
So this was over a year after the genocide of Palestinians already started, that he is promising that once he gets into office, that he is going to push for the Abraham Accords to be expanded so he can include even more Arab countries to completely ignore the Palestinian cause while they're being genocided.
Now,
And don't make me also don't forget the fact that he literally called Biden a Palestinian, as if Palestinian is an insult. And second of all, he also has a compilation of countless videos of him disparaging Muslims.
So
how can this person care about Palestine?
well, I mean, hey, I didn't. You brought up very many good points. There's so many things you just said in the last. I don't know. You just talked for like 5-6 minutes straight. So obviously, there's a lot of things I can talk to and obviously point on. But I think my starting point would be, I mean, I can only hope. And this is a hypothetical as well. I have to speak in hypotheticals because I can't actually know, is that he was using that tactic as a way to ensure that he was going to try to win and get that type of AIPAC funding that he had to do on the right side, because obviously the Republicans are very funded by AIPAC. And so it's kind of like a strategy play. But I feel as though that he has a bigger chance of standing up to AIPAC / Congress and senators and actually taking that step forward and either telling Netanyahu to completely stop, or when things go too far, he's one of the only people that has came out and said and even retweeted on his social things of someone calling Netanyahu a sick bastard, etc. And no one on the left who usually would stand with, I think, Free Palestine, which I completely agree with. I think a G-side is happening. I think that it needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago, more than a year ago. But with that being said, that's why I agree. And I think that Trump is going to take that step forward more than someone on the left, because they just had 4 years. They just had Congress and they kept on funding Israel the entire time, when every single person that was aligned on the left and would vote Democrat was asking and saying, can you please stop funding Israel? Hey, we want to free Palestine. And if anything, it was just ignored and silenced. In the entire campaign, while she ran and while he ran, people asked multiple times for them to talk about Palestine and for them to say free Palestine. And when you're running on the Democratic side, I feel like that was the easy thing to do. And so I think that showed their alliance to Israel. And I think there's more of a chance that Trump will take that step and actually end what's going on over there. Because as you could see on the left, it was never going to end. And they kept on spreading out. They took land in Syria. They started to bomb Lebanon. And they kept on expanding to try to form this greater Israel. And I completely disagree with that as well. And I'm hoping that when Trump gets into office, that he's going to be able to put an end to all that.
Wait, so Trump, the same man who told Netanyahu to finish the job when he was talking about the genocide of Palestinians, is going to end the genocide of Palestinians? I think people need to stop pretending as if AIPAC runs American politics. You have to understand the largest Zionist organization in America is called CUFI, Christians United for Israel. It is run by an American evangelical Christian man called John Hagee. It has over 10 million people within that organization. That is the largest Zionist organization and lobbying group within America, even bigger than AIPAC, right?
So
Evangelicals predominantly back Israel, not because AIPAC controls American politics, but because Western imperialism controls Israeli politics. Israel is an extension of the American empire in the Middle East. Whatever it's doing right now was not stopped by Western politicians largely because it's doing the dirty work of the West.
And
that's why.
So I guess my question is, why do you think that Biden or whoever was going to be in power on that side had a better chance of stopping what's going on over there?
I just told you, because it's doing the dirty job of the West. It's actively, Israel is actively trying to help.
I'm asking you,
yes.
If she would have won and been president, why do you think that she would have had a better chance of stopping the genocide that's taking place?
I literally answered your question. I think all Western politicians are not good for the global South. All Western politicians, but it has to do with like harm reduction. It has to do with harm reduction. Kamala wasn't going out there saying finish the job as fast as possible or as quick as possible, but Trump was doing that. So if you're trying to bring up like foreign politics or foreign policies and the global South, I think it's kind of like just disingenuous for you to pretend as if not all Western politicians, regardless of which side they stand on the political aisle, are somehow going to be good for the global South.
But why, when you say finish the job, when you say he said finish the job, why do you immediately take that as, oh, you guys need to completely finish this G side or whatever, you need to finish this land expansion? Why don't you take it as, oh, finish the job as to what just happened? We get to a
because Israel wanted to finish.
You do an
no, because Israel wanted to exterminate people. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
if you're telling like Israel, which wants to genocide all Palestinians and ethnically cleanse them as well, telling a government that is literally saying they want to wipe out Hamas, and by wiping out Hamas they mean wiping out the Palestinian population, and you're telling them to finish the job, what do you think that means? What does finishing the job look like for Netanyahu?
Well, Trump said that they needed to figure out and get a ceasefire by the time that he got into office, and he put that pressure on them. And that's exactly what happened.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's not true.
That is true.
That is not true. Should I give you the exact quote of Trump telling them to finish the job and get the hostages back?
I want you to give me the exact quote of Trump saying, if you guys do not get to a ceasefire by the time that I'm in office, he said, all hell's going to have to be paid on both sides.
Yes. What does finish the job and get the hostages back mean? And also, what was that tweet of him saying? What was that tweet of him saying that he's going to rain fire on like the age group or something? Hold on.
He's putting pressure on Israel, and he's putting pressure on Hamas, and said, we will rain hell over there if you guys do not start exchanging hostages back
in the Middle East. Yeah.
Yeah, because Israel.
Here they go. Hold on.
Israel has a lot more hostages than the Palestinians do, obviously, than Hamas does. And so at least there's going to be some sort of exchange now happening where there was just people in the left that were in control, and all they did was fund Israel. There was not one exchange of hostages.
Here he is.
There was not one.
He says, all hell to pay if hostages held in Gaza are not released by the time he returns to the White House on January the 20th. He is not talking about Palestinian hostages, which over 12,000 Palestinian hostages are literally detained within heartland Palestine.
I know.
He's specifically talking about, he's specifically talking about raining hell on Gaza if they don't release the hostages by January the 20th.
I just wish that you could take a step outside of the perspective and think about that things are actually now being done. Just because he's using words to put pressure on certain people shows that it actually does work. Because now there's actual people that have been imprisoned wrongfully with no type of conviction that were part of Gaza that are now being released by the hundreds because of this exchange. Where I understand.
No, not because of Trump. What are you talking about?
This ceasefire and this
Trump did jack shit.
Of course.
Trump, this is disrespectful to the Palestinian people who have been fighting on the ground day and night. This is disrespectful to the Palestinian people who have actively been negotiating for their own Palestinian hostages day and night. That you are trying to give the credit to some rando racist Cheeto who is Islamophobic and Arab-phobic and literally was pro the extermination of.
You give credit to more than one person. That you can stand with.
No, I give full credit to the Palestinians.
Okay.
Full credit to the Palestinians.
Fine. Okay, that's fine. It's okay.
Not some rando racist Islamophobic Cheeto.
It's crazy that you can say all of that, but then the people that you supposedly voted for have just stood by and funded Israel for a complete year while genocide took place.
Again, I am not the person who is sitting here. I'm not the person who's sitting here saying any side is good for Palestine. Because I'm not fucking naive. I'm not fucking naive, Lawrence.
Yeah, but exactly. So, but
I literally sat here and told you all Western politicians.
You're just trying to say that one side is going to be worse when I think that's been proven opposite. And we can disagree. We agree to disagree. Obviously, they want to hear someone else that's not, that's well versed in this type of thing. They like to get click stuff and people that are dummies in here. But I appreciate you guys.
Do you think you can be Islamophobic and pro-Palestine?
What?
Do you think you can be Islamophobic and hate Muslims and be pro-Palestine?
No, I don't think that's possible. I feel like if you're
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the man who ranted on about Muslims and implemented a Muslim ban, I don't think he's going to genuinely try to support a Muslim majority country like Palestine. Palestine is not a Muslim country, but it's a Muslim majority country. So you cannot be Islamophobic and at the same time pro-Palestine when you are degrading the religious identity of a majority of Palestinian people.
Oh, I guess we'll actually see what happens, in the coming months. But I appreciate y'all, having this conversation. I know this is much longer than you guys usually do. And if this does get banned, I think you guys had a great run. I think you guys did a lot of dope shit for, the next generation and being able to have open conversation and open platforms and being able to just talk and disagree on a live format. And, you guys put in a lot of hours day after day. And I appreciate you, for doing your guys' thing.
Thanks, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
Athena, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
It doesn't get banned where you are, right? So you're just losing all of us.
Wait, Athena, where are you
at? I'm currently based in Germany.
Oh wow, that's cool.
But I'm planning. Yeah, I'm planning to move back to my uncle in Cali though. So yeah, I'm currently based there, but I'm okay. I just I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I lost a journalist friend of mine the past week who is in Gaza, so I'm still dealing with that currently. But other than that, I'm okay. What about you guys?
So sorry, Athena. Hey, if there's anything I could ever do for you, just let me know.
No problem. No
my
problem.
DMs are always open, and if you ever need it. But things are going all right over here. Just kind of planning what comes next. I've experienced a lot of anxiety over what comes next because I didn't really have a good plan. But I feel like in the last couple weeks, been able to really put a plan together. Right now, just further yet, getting everything together to build a studio for YouTube.
Oh wow, really?
The most recent update is just chose the color for the cabinet. So what I'm gonna do, I'm renting a 2-bedroom house. I got a really good deal on it. It's it's a little older, but I'm gonna love it so much. McKenna, thank you so much for the $25 donation on Venmo. That's very kind of you. It's a 2-bedroom condo. It's awesome. And the plan is, first of all, the landlord is a really big fan of what I do in the content. Like their whole family just loves it, which is awesome. Like I met the landlord and their daughter. They're older and their daughter's, 35, 40, and their daughter watches the streams. It's really cool. But anyways, he's straight up letting me do whatever I want with one of the rooms. So I'm going to paint all the walls in this room like a little bit of an off-white, closer to a cream, but not quite there. And then I'm gonna get some cabinets for one of the walls, I guess an open bookshelf type of idea. And I'm gonna get a carpenter to either build them and just place them there, or put them on the wall. And then I'm gonna paint them like a forest green. And I'm gonna set up the studio around that. So I figured out the lighting. Next thing I need to figure out is the sound. And then another camera. I'm gonna have like 2 camera angles and then like a whole lot. It's gonna be really cool.
Forest green is actually my favorite color. That's actually really pretty.
No way, really?
Yeah,
It's my favorite color too.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's why I want to paint a forest green. Forest green's my fucking favorite color.
No way! I love forest green as well. It used to be black and red, but ever since I've like started getting therapy done and have become like this really like earth girly, I've liked forest green. And literally I bought my computer and my water bottle and my table like green just to like fit the whole,
Bro, I swear to
so
gosh,
my whole room
like,
was like
putting some attention into the vibe and aesthetic of
Mhm.
your living space can do so
Mhm.
much for your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I might do that
100%.
myself. I've never done that. I've always been someone who just like I don't have like anything on my walls. And I like don't have decorations like that, so I'll have to try that. I'm
Me
always
too.
like someone
Are
who
you
just, like
kidding me?
I get stuff for utility, not for like look. Or like I'll get clothes for the way that it feels, not the way that it looks. The only time I'll get stuff for like the way that it looks is like when people around me are like, wear this.
Yeah, well,
I literally bought my water bottle to fit the color of my computer because I knew that when I sit on my at my desk, the water bottle is gonna sit right next to my computer, and it had to look pretty. So maybe people might think I'm obsessed, but
no, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then I bought like a little like toasty lamp as well that's green but looks like toast to also like sit right next. Okay, I'm gonna stop. People are gonna
No,
think
that's
I don't
so
know.
cool.
I'm gonna stop.
You got an
I think
awesome
it's cool.
space. I'd like to thank Christia for the $50 donation on Venmo. Wow. Thank you so much for the love, Christia. Christia says, good evening. I really don't have much to say other than thank you to you, Parker, and everyone else for everything that y'all have done, bringing so much information to me and others. Christia, it means the world to me. Let's get 500 big W's in the chat.
Yeah, let me say some thank yous to people. I've been a bit behind. Amira, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate for love you and Dean. Thank you for the good work. Christia, also thank you for the $50. Thank you so much, Christia. I really appreciate it on Venmo. Thank you so much. Good evening. I don't really have much to say, but thank you for Dean. Y'all have been giving me so much good information. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Anna, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much for what's your favorite color. I think I lean towards like lighter blues. Sienna, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I also have a lot of other people. June, thank you so much for the $20 on Cash App. Thank you so much, June. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Nadia, thank you for the $1. Frankie, thank you for the $1. Keisha, thank you so much for the $5. And also, Braden, thank you for the $5. Ryan, thank you for the $1. Said TikTok is being banned at 8:30 p.m. I've heard some people saying that. I don't know if that's true or not. And then Borealis, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Madeline, thank you so much for the $2.50. Thank you so much. That's it.
Can I ask y'all a question? There are like
ahead.
4.6K people here. I personally think TikTok is not going to get banned, but that's just me. I've been talking to my family about this a lot as well because I have cousins who are literally obsessed and they're with TikTok and they're devastated. But quick question. What are 2 things that you would want to raise awareness for in front of like thousands of people? Now is like your chance to do it. What are 2 things or 2 causes or initiatives that you deeply care about that you want to raise awareness for?
I already know my first one. My first one very clearly and definitively, and this will be like the number one thing that I personally like really advocate for very, 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 very strongly is a woman's right for abortion in America. And I say this a lot, and I just believe in it so much. 60 rape victims per day are denied access to abortion in America. 60! And no one gives a shit. That's like insane. Like even like the most viewed video on my TikTok account has 22 million views, and it's I was like seriously one of the first people on the internet to report it. And the first point I bring up after I'm like, guys, Trump won, is that 60 rape victims per day are denied access to abortion. And I wish it was talked about more. And I wish that there was more of a push for the codification of federal protections for every single woman and girl's right to choose. I think that more people should care about that than the TikTok ban. any day. I think that there should be like organized strikes. I think that there should be like so much emphasis and focus, and there's not. So here's my main one.
One for me that I would bring up right now is mass deportation being implemented in the United States. Specifically, I know that Donald Trump has talked about starting as early as January 21st, right? Specifically in engaging in an extensive mass deportation policy, which we know historically in the United States has heavily relied on things like racial profiling, particularly with Mexican Americans in the United States. Like the same thing has been done to ethnically cleanse Mexican Americans in the past, based upon like literally just them being Mexican and also in America, even if they had papers in the past. Now, I think that's something that needs to be talked about more, and I wish that would have been pressed on Trump more of like, what is the process of how you're going to do this? Because right now it's like very vague of how he's going to do that, and I think it's leaving it up to hold himself to like less accountability for like what specifically he believes. That's one I would say, and then for my second one, I would like to address like healthcare to a greater extent in this country. I think it's a travesty that we don't have a universal healthcare system in this country. 45 to 68,000 American lives lost every single year to lack of health insurance, let alone the different lives that are lost due to preventable illnesses, let alone the lives that are lost due to other types of things relating to our healthcare system. It's really sad, and I think it's like something that, like, honestly, if you think about it, like, is a basic thing the government should have been doing for the past 100 fucking years. Like almost every other country in Europe has some sort of multi-payer or single-payer system, and the fact that we don't have it is like actually like just shows how far behind we are than like a lot of countries in the world.
I haven't given my second thing yet, and I'll do that now. Second thing that I wish I could advocate for in front of as many people as possible doesn't pertain to any specific topic, but it more pertains towards a thought process that'll lead you to typically more virtuous conclusions. Just like the ability to critically think. I think if everybody were to put more of a predominant focus on critical thought and being sentient with your beliefs, that the world would just be better. Like, as soon as you start critically thinking, oh, all of a sudden, yeah, like a woman does deserve a right to access abortion. As soon as you start critically thinking, pulling 10-year-old girls out of kindergarten because they don't have legal residency in our country and putting them on a truck to Mexico is a bad thing. As soon as you critically think, universal healthcare is a good thing. So I think the promotion of a way of construction of belief is so important. And like right now in academia, the only way to gain access to what I believe to be the best construction of belief is really like through a philosophy degree. What exposed me to the methodologies that I now deploy and I set behind all of my beliefs was like freshman year, CU Boulder, taking intro to philosophy courses and being taught them. Because you have to be taught these things. It's not just something you're born with. It's not something you just stumble upon. You were literally taught them just like any other subject in school. And I think if we were to take that idea outside of a very niche philosophy degree and apply it to public schooling systems in a very genuine way, like the world would just be significantly better off.
I agree. Those are great responses. I think the two things that I deeply care about are number one, the fact that Black newborns are up to 3 times more likely to die during childbirth than white newborns, and that mortality rate usually shrinks by 39 to 58% when Black physicians take charge of the birth. I think that to me. So Black newborns are 3 times more likely to die, and it's not only like the crazy part. That's in the U.S., but also in the UK. So it's in multiple countries. So that is something that really, really worries me, especially as a Black woman myself. It worries me about in the future when I do decide to have like kids. It does terrify me, of course, in general. So that is one statistic that genuinely terrifies me as a Black woman myself, including the fact that Black women are also up to 5 times more likely to die during childbirth ourselves. So that is one statistic that really horrifies me, and just in general, medical racism towards like Black people especially, but just overall like systemic racism. A second thing that has really been worrying me lately is the active slave trade that is happening in Libya and in Egypt currently. I saw some videos and they are legitimately like terrifying. I've also had a cousin of mine who was enslaved in Libya a couple of years ago, and we kind of lost contact with him and we don't know where he is. So I think that is something that is not being talked about at all. The fact that people are actively being enslaved, and the fact that, I don't know, it kind of feels like when the world is not talking about it, it makes me feel like the message of our lives not mattering is being conveyed, in my opinion. Just Black people on a global scale, we're being told that our lives don't matter. So that is another thing that has been on my mind a lot, I guess.
This is why I think that the second thing that I like want to I really like the application for of critical thought is really important, because at the end of the day, like, humans are more self-interested than not. And a lot of these very pivotal, morally atrocious issues that exist in the world that aren't talked about as much as others is typically because they affect a smaller minority of individuals. Like, for instance, exactly what you just named off is one of them. Another one that is also in that same category, I'd say, is like ableism. Like, for instance, like the minority of like disabled individuals in America is smaller than other minority groups in America. So ableism isn't as talked about as other issues can be, and that leads to higher levels of ableism. And it all goes back to this fundamental flaw of humanity that we're more self-interested than not. And I think if we were to just promote critical thought, this would open the door towards resolving a lot of these issues that impact a smaller minority of individuals by virtue, and better than any system that's currently being deployed. So I like that, you know, like, let's inspire people to be more critical thinkers, and then let's bring up all of these issues that exist across the globe and introduce them to the vast majority. And if the vast majority is critically thinking, they will be resolved.
Yeah.
And
I'm proud of you. Can I just say that? I'm proud of you. Even from the time I've met you until now, like, you've completely changed as a person. I remember the first time I met you, I wanted to punch you. I was like, oh my God. Because I was on a panel and Illist was really like being annoying, and then you were on the panel and you were trying to debate bro the whole situation, and you were like, oh, just block him, why is that so hard? And I was like, I tried to block him, but he keeps trying to like stalk me and like dox my address. And like I remember leaving that panel thinking like, oh my God, this guy is so annoying, I want to punch him. And then the first time we had like a real conversation was, I think, when we talked about like the Confederacy or something like that in the South, if I'm not mistaken. And then I was like, we had like a really good, like, productive conversation. And I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe maybe I kind of overreacted a little bit. And like ever since then, I've just like just wanted to say I'm proud of you because like you've just continued to grow, and you do not shy away from broadening your horizon and from asking questions and wanting to grow as a person. So I just wanted to say I genuinely am proud of you. So
Thank you, Athena. You know,
yeah, I just wanted to say that.
You single-handedly have taught me so much about racism that I didn't know prior. I just like want to point that out. Like you alone have introduced me to a landscape of education on anti-black racism that I would never have had if it wasn't for you. Like if it wasn't for you, I would totally be holding to the belief today that black people can be racist. And it was seriously that one conversation we had where I came to you, I was like, well, a lot of people were telling me that I was wrong. I need to talk to Athena. Let's see where this conversation leads with an open mind. That has like broadened my horizon towards better understanding the existence of structural and institutional racism. And prior to that conversation, I didn't understand structural or institutional racism really at all. So I don't know. I appreciate you. You're awesome.
I appreciate you too. And to like Parker, I just wanted to say, like, I know like there are a lot of like people who like host like Shanta. Oh my god, she's been hosting lives about like the two of you for like ages. It's actually insane. But like there are some people like I've heard comments about like, oh, like Parker's just performative or he's just here to like make money or whatever it is. But I can like literally tell you like the amount of times that like I've seen Parker working like behind the scenes and you don't even like to mention it. Like, child, I've been fighting for my life on these TikTok streets, like defending Parker as well. Anytime when people go after him, because I have actively seen the amount of times that he has helped people. I'll never forget the day when I went off your live and I was having a full panic attack. I think it was like when we hosted the Palestine live and you called me and literally we're on the phone and I was crying for like 40 minutes with a whole, like having a full blown like panic attack. And you just sat there and I felt bad because I was like, dang, like he had to hear me like cry the whole time. But I don't know. I appreciate you too. And I'm proud of like the person that you have evolved to or grown to in these past couple of years. So I appreciate the both of y'all. Just wanted to say that.
I appreciate that so much, Athena. Like it means a lot. It's like you've been all around for like so long. I feel like you've seen me grow so much like through like TikTok and like it feels like almost like surreal being in a position where like TikTok can like possibly like be banned or that can go away because like it really feels like TikTok has become like such like a home for me, like somewhere I've like finally felt like comfortable in. Because like I'm such like a socially anxious person. Like I'm not really like comfortable in like social settings. So it's like people like Athena, people like Dean, people like Matt have made me really feel comfortable like with who I am, like being in this community. So I just like y'all know how much I love you so much. So like I just like I appreciate this community so much and like it feels like so weird and like kind of like out of body like experience to like be in a circumstance where like it won't be like this anymore. So it's like
that's
it's
so
not
weird.
because of like everything fell off. It's all because of just like the fucking government hates us or some shit.
That's so fucking
like,
real, man. You know, like the community that, you know, we've cultured has helped me through some of the lowest of the lows in my life without them even knowing it. You know, I don't really use my platform to talk about mental health. But you know, if I did, you guys would be exposed to a lot of new information that you didn't know about me prior. That would demonstrate just like how much you guys have helped me.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to like, at least from my perspective, to talk about like those types of things.
Yeah.
Like, and it's something I've been working on over time. I've becoming more comfortable with, but like, yeah, it's like still really difficult.
Also, two things I wanted to mention. Number one, when I hosted that Congo live and y'all, both of you came through, like literally came through and helped like bring more people in and help with the fundraise as well. By the way, Papi Orion sent me a message today. He said the containers are on their way. So finally, they've been paid for and they're on their way. And he said he's going to update me when they arrive in Congo. So that is amazing. But also, secondly, I feel safe in like your lives. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but genuinely, I feel there are some spaces where I don't feel as safe because I feel like, people are gonna like disparage me or whatever it is. But I've noticed like in your lives, genuinely, when I'm on the panel, I tend to like act up a bit or like I'm like I don't give a fuck attitude. But that's because I know that that both of you would never like allow me to get disrespected, or even if I do get disrespected, y'all would not like just let that. I don't know. Y'all would like address it immediately. So I appreciate y'all for like creating that space for me to feel safe and a lot of other people like me as well, to just, I don't know, educate folks or raise awareness about things and also like not have to like keep my head down or take up as less space as possible or make myself smaller or whatever it is. So I don't know. That's something I've always wanted to tell y'all. So
Yeah, I'm trying like my hardest not to cry right now. I'm not gonna lie. But like, no, I just like I appreciate you so much, Athena, and like, this has become so much bigger than I would have ever expected something like this to come. Like it seriously just like started off as like one of my hobbies, and it's grown into something beyond like I could have ever imagined.
That's so real, bro.
Like it sounds so like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, not like ironic. What's the word? Cliche to say that, but like it's like one of the most true things I really don't know how to explain it.
I need to thank someone for a donation.
It's like I'm literally like on the verge, bro. I need to like give myself a second, bro, honestly.
No, take it. I just need to think.
that's also funny when like bigots are like debating and y'all are like, thank you for the $10, Melissa. Like just interrupt them. That's so fucking funny. I'm sorry.
It's fucking hilarious.
Anyway, continue.
But I just gotta think. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Christian. Fucking Christian. This guy, this dude, this motherfucker has been supporting me and supporting Parker for so long and for so much. Christian with the $1,000 donation on PayPal. With Christian with the 1000. Oh my god. I'm shaking, bro. It might be because of the cold garage. I'm thinking it's predominantly because of Christian. Christian, oh my god. Christian says, from Norway, a possible end for one era, but a definitive start for a new era. For the studio fund. Good quote, in times when the future is uncertain, and I quote, how lucky I am to have something that makes me say goodbye so hard. So real. Thank you for everything. I want to see 1,000 big booms for Christian fucking Haga in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen and everybody in between, I appreciate you guys so much for the love. That is unreal. Oh my god, I don't deserve that. But thank you for the love. Oh, just wow. Wow, man. That is so incredibly kind. I'm in shock, bro. And as well as Archer. Thank you for the $60 donation on PayPal. Everyone show some love to Archer as well. You guys are literally like so incredibly kind. Jessica, thank you for the $5. Kaylee Thompson with the $10. What you're saying is absolutely right. Cameron, thank you for the $10. Jay, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. Say, tell Athena she's giving me life. Real. Athena helps us all.